Well, hey there, everyone. How's it going? How are we holding up? Are we ready for a casino heist? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm so excited to be here with you guys for this very hype game. My goodness, I am flipped with my video. I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, woo! We've got our excitingest one shot today, and rounding out our CLPB week with two games today that are still gonna happen. This heist, and after that we've got Dungeons and Doggies, which is also gonna be amazing. We are 60 euros away from raising 4,000 euros for charity, which is an insane amount, and my god, I've had 2 cups of coffee. My god! That is so much money that's going to go to our charities already, so everything we collect today is just extra cool and extra hype. And, man, I'm just so excited to be here with you guys today. As always, we will be doing a giveaway during the break, a very special one today, because the actual person who's sponsoring those giveaways is DMing our one-shot. Legundo from Loottables is giving us some of his slim dice vaults that just are currently being kickstarted. That Kickstarter has already reached his goal, but there are a bunch of stretch goals that they could still fulfill. So if you like the look of those dice vaults that he's probably going to show you too on stream, you should definitely go and check out that Kickstarter and help him kickstart his loot tables. And during the break, of course, you can win one of them. So you could be one of the first people in the world to own one, and I think that's pretty cool. So make sure to participate in the giveaway. Make sure to donate, because every donation gives you an entry into, well, if you donate any amount at all during the entire event, you are eligible to win any of our pool of epic prizes that we have, like t-shirts from Dungeon Glitch, candles, dice vaults. It's amazing. It's super cool. And for every 10 euros you donate, you get an extra entry. So at 10 euros, you already have 2 entries to win one of the big prizes to be pulled today. The stretch goals that we might reach today, at 4,500, Centacoth, who you will see tonight during the Dungeons and Doggies one-shot, will paint a custom mini for you and ship it to you, which is pretty cool. It might be a Dungeons and Doggies mini if you want, or multiple ones. And if we reach 5,000, I'm giving away a guest spot on my Keys to the Surface campaign, and also one-shots DM'd by me. If you want that, we could potentially get there. I mean, it's possible. It's not impossible, it's fine. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here today. What's the 4,000 euro reward? Well, that's another one of those Seats at the Table one-shots from one of our wonderful GMs that we have this week. I am not sure who it is. That's still a secret. But we'll be announcing that next week during our roundup stream, and it's all going to be very exciting. I am very excited for everything. So be sure to donate to our causes, the COVID-19 Response Fund, Mind UK, and the Equal Justice Initiative. Find out more about them either in the break or by our command !causes. And man, it's super exciting, you guys. It's super excited. We're gonna have a wonderful time with this amazingly chaotic one-shot. Legundo will introduce you and tell you how you can affect chaos in the game, because of course you can. This is Chaotic Lawful Pro Bono week. Be sure to have those wallets ready to donate for chaos, to enact your revenge on our wonderful Starbuck, who's been enacting chaos on every stream, and of course to spice it up a little bit. She'll be so mad at me for saying that. I really hope she's not listening. Anyway, I will see you guys back in the break, and I'm gonna switch you over to our wonderful players. Let me unmute myself in their Discord. Hello! Are you guys ready? All right. You are
also no, but let's go anyway.
And you are no longer muted, so everyone can hear you.
Heist, baby!
Hello.
It's heisting time.
Heist. It's gonna be fun.
Welcome, you wonderful people.
Hello.
You're all going to give us a wonderful heist one-shot. Why don't you introduce yourselves, starting with Legundo himself.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Legundo. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Legundo. I am also the founder, main woodworker, designer, customer service, and everything else for Loottables, which is one of the sponsors of this beautiful event. That's me. I stream things and I make things.
Cool. Tiefling, you brought us to 4,000.
Bring on the chaos.
Yay!
Amazing.
I love you, 4,000
Nice,
Tiefling.
Is
Bring
that 50
on the
euros?
chaos. It's more than 50. Yeah, it's 60. So I guess that's
That
a
was
guard.
50.
And
Ooh, I didn't even say what that does yet.
yeah, I guess that's a
That'd be
guard
fun.
and a difficulty, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
That's
That's a great spot.
So, all right. Well, Tiefling brought the chaos. Love you, 4,000 Tiefling. And Starbuck.
I didn't even do anything to you. Oh, is it my turn? I'm Starbuck. You know who I am. I hope it's heist time, baby.
Is that your introduction?
Yeah,
You own a
we got
business.
heisting to do.
Okay.
We have heisting to do.
All right. Without further ado, Blaze.
I am Blaze, or Kriggs from the Hired Swords
Heck yeah.
podcast / internet moguls. I'm
those
here
same
to
ones
steal
that
some stuff.
Sponsored us with a donation double earlier this week
Indeed it is.
from the new Normal RPG new podcast coming up. No, that was
No.
shit. You know what? I need to stop talking. From the Hired Swords podcast that you can listen to, that's an amazing listen because it has an amazing crew that we've seen multiple people from this week.
Yep, you had Ash on here. Or Roxy.
Yeah, Roxy. We've rated Roxy too. Yeah, we've had Roxy. Don't forget the. I'm just gonna stop talking. All right, Tony. Hello.
Hey, my name is Tony, and
So
I am
sorry.
part of the Make It Playable team. We have a podcast where we build fictional character or D&D characters from fictional characters like Avengers and Disney princesses. And we also do some streaming on Twitch where I do some random character building for Dungeons and Dragons, which is pretty chaotic because I roll randomly for pretty much everything.
Ah, yes. Tony has been amazing during this week, and all the promo images you've seen and the break images and the starting soon screens and the logo reveal you just saw has all been made or facilitated by Tony, so he's been one of our big MVPs, just like Starbuck and Legundo, and honestly Blaze too, and Cloud too, because he last minute came in and assisted us a lot. So you have a table of CLPB All-Stars sitting here right now, and it can only be perfect chaos. So last but not least, Cloud.
I'm Cloud on Twitter as CloudStyleGamer. I don't stream or podcast or any of that, but I do play tabletop RPGs, and I'm here to get away with some loot. So let's see how it goes.
Loot. Yeah, loot is our chat command for Loottables, so that's pretty fitting.
Beautiful.
All right. Without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to you.
All right. So before we start the game, I do want to mention that we do have a couple stream rewards. So for €5, you can give the team a reroll if you're feeling generous. For €10, you can introduce a complication, some casino complication, some chaos, if you would. It's not quite wild magic. Some of it's a little more mundane, but it hits the same vein and it makes things interesting.
I do
For
want to take this
20,
moment to tell everyone that I love them and I'm sorry for everything I did to you this week.
Don't remind them.
for €20, if you're feeling generous again, you can give the team a flashback. Basically, if you watched any heist movie or maybe the TV show Leverage, you know that moment where it's like, aha, I planned for this very moment. And then the screen wipes away. You can give them one of those. They already have two collectively amongst the crew. And that is it. And then finally, because we needed something big, for every €50, I'm adding a guard somewhere.
Just an extra target is all that is.
Yeah, so extra target, bigger body count, but there will be more guards as that continues to go. Also, and I wanted to say real quick, so the Loottables Kickstarter is currently going on. I'm keeping an eye on it in one of my other tabs. Anything that gets pledged to the Kickstarter while this stream is live, I will be matching and donating to Chaotic Lawful Pro Bono Weekend. So if you are looking for a time to grab yourself a Slim Vault
Oh boy, I'm up in
for
my
the next
pledge.
3.5 hours
doing it right
because
now.
it's also going to charity.
Heck
Is
yeah.
that unlimited? My dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so anything that gets pledged to the Kickstarter before we end our stream here will be donated back. Not immediately. I need to end the stream and then do it, but we will get there.
Ah!
That's awesome, Legundo.
So, game on. The challenge is out to you. All right, and with that, I think that is all of our announcements. I think we can get started. Ooh, it's heist time. So, on
Hashtag
the
bankrupt
Western
Legundo.
Coast, bring it on, TNT. Bring it on. On the western coast of the continent of Elsyrion, sitting on a hill in the port city of Dragon's Perch, is the Raven's Wing Casino. This 3-storied black lacquered building with red fabric flowing around it is one of contradictions. Frequented by the most highborn of nobles and the lowliest of sellswords, you can find basically anything inside. Whether you're sitting in the gilded and ivory-covered VIP rooms on the 3rd floor, or find your way into one of the lower or underground bars where, with enough coin, no job will be turned away. Inside the casino, there are only 3 rules. You leave your weapons at the door. Any deal you make, you follow through, or you never bother to return. And the house always wins. On any given day, many people try to break some of these rules, and the average thief or sellsword or noble who thinks themselves too high is either reprimanded, removed, or never heard from again. But today's adventure is by a group of not exactly your average thieves on any ruler. We don't start inside the building, though. We move ourselves about a half a mile away to a smoky-filled back room of the Dancing Minstrel Tavern as our 4 heroes of today's adventure gather around a table for a game of chance, fate, and deception. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Natural 1.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's not good. Okay. Natural 1. Oh no, that's the one thing I forgot to grab was a pen and a bunch of paper. Panic.
One job.
I'm a professional, everyone.
There's so many jobs.
All right. 20 to 15?
21.
21.
I also got 21.
Ooh, what's your dex bonuses?
Mine is 4.
3. There you go.
4. All right, so Tony's first.
Oh, I do have advantage on initiative rolls. That's much better.
Okay.
16.
20 to 15? 16. Nice.
I was asleep for this whole time.
And
Previously
Blade.
just totally zoned out.
With a natural 1. All right, all of you, I would like you to roll a d6 and keep the value of that private to yourselves. Okay? There's another d6 which is rolled in the center of the table, and on it is a 5. The game is Fate's Call. The idea is to be as close to the publicly rolled dice without going over. You can bet each round, you can raise as much money, and if you want to cheat using one of your skills, just let me know what you're thinking. All right? We're going to go in initiative order for this. So, Tony, please both describe your character sitting at the table and tell us what you want to do on your turn.
All right. So before you see a calico-colored tabaxi with some colorful vestments on. Underneath, you can kind of see some brown and black leather work. Perched on his shoulder, you see a completely black owl with yellow golden eyes, and reaching across the table with black and pink pads, and then staring at you with one yellow eye and one green eye. He gives you a slight smirk.
And your name, please. please, as well.
And my name, he introduces himself as, "Hello, my name is Chance."
All right. So a slight smirk. Are you calling, raising?
Let's see. I think I'm going to raise.
Okay. How much?
Let's do 10 gold.
10 gold. All right. That's good. As the coins throw in and clatter to the pot in the center, play continues to the next player in order. Cloud, can you please describe your character and what you want to do on your turn?
All right. Sitting next to Chance, you see a olive-skinned, brown-eyed young human wizard with shoulder-length black hair and a purple fancy cloak. He reaches out quickly and places the 10 gold and says, "Call."
And your name, please.
His name is Finn.
Finn. Nice. So now 20 gold sitting in the pot plus the ante as play continues on to our third player, Starbuck. Can you please describe your character and what you want to do?
So Sirocco is a like exotic kind of air genasi. She's got these like light blue markings across her face and coming up her neck outside of her like completely black ensemble. Her hair is huge. It always seems like she's just come in from like standing on top of a mountain with the wind like whipping it about. And I think that she's like lounging back, like real casual like. And she is silently going to put 10 gold on the table.
Okay. And then to the last of our crew, who wakes up from a brief nap that he had been taking in his chair. Blaze, describe your character.
Before you're going to see a faintly green orc man with relatively long, flowing black hair and beard. He looks older than his years seem to actually present themselves. He is both young and old at the same time, but well-dressed, seemingly quiet, someone of distinction that when spoken is... you want to listen, but doesn't seem to say a whole lot whenever things aren't needed to be said. He's going to rise up. I guess we're doing this. And he is going to call.
Okay. With our characters introduced and the first round over, I'd like all of you to roll a d8 for me, please.
For the record, my name is Cage.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to ask that. Thank you.
Totally fine. I forgot to say it.
Okay. So the second dice, after everything goes, Sirocco throws a second dice to the center, and that also comes up a 5. So now fate is set at a 10. Back to the top of the order. Tony?
Let's see.
Oh, sorry, Chance. My mistake.
And we're attempting to be closest to the
without
dice,
going
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there a way that I'd be able to shift my dice?
Make a sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleight of hand is going to be a 12.
12? What's everybody's passive perceptions?
12.
Oh, you absolutely, you notice it.
13.
14.
Everyone at the table.
That was a bad roll.
So I think that when Sirocco catches you, she puts her hand on yours on the table, and you just feel it get a little hot.
Well, it would be who of me if I wouldn't take my chance.
So you've been caught. What do you want to do next?
I think you
Oh,
should sit this one out.
Maybe I
And cut
should.
your losses.
Yes, I think so.
All right. Chance backs away from the table slightly.
Well, yeah, I'll just remove my hand. I'll just kind of not really slouch, but just kind of lean back in my chair, watching the rest of the game.
Okay, Finn, you have play. What do you want to do?
I'll look over to Chance and be like, not to worry. There's bigger scores to be made today.
I
and
think
then
so.
I'll throw in 20 more gold pieces.
All right. So then, Soroka.
Yeah, she's not one to back down from a challenge. And now that she's like as a barbarian, I think that she has like started to feel kind of like that focus that she typically would when she goes into a rage. So she's absolutely not going to back down from this. And she puts, what did you put on the table? 20 gold? She's going to put 40 gold on the table.
Okay.
And one of the pieces is a little melty.
Cage, as you're watching this one coin just sort of fold over the top of the stack slowly. What would you like to do?
I guess there's not much left besides the thrill of the game. Call.
All right. Finn, back to you.
I guess there are some things money can't buy. And I'll throw it in as well.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So then I would like the three of you to roll a d10. So a 4 came up on that. So fate is 14. If you are above 14, you busted. Don't need to tell anybody else yet because there's another round of betting. But you want to be as close to 14 or even 14 exactly without going over. So based off of initiative then, Finn, you're first up for this round.
How much money do we all have left?
Just go with it.
Oh, well, you have a lot. You should check. You all have about 1,000 gold on your person at this point.
I'll raise to 50 gold pieces.
Okay. Soroka?
I immediately take out, what's the conversion of platinum to gold?
10 to 1, I think.
10 to 1.
So she's going to put 10 platinum on the...
100 gold.
All right. High stakes game. Cage?
This is the game I was looking for. He matches entirely.
All right. So then, Finn, all this gold on the table, your goals and aspirations just sitting bare in front of you. What do you want to do?
We'll be winning more than this later on, so sure. And I'll throw in and match 50 gold pieces more.
What
Oh,
are we
no.
at?
No,
Jesus.
it's about... She put in 10 platinum.
Which is, oh, that's
100
1,000.
gold?
No, that's 100 gold.
100 gold.
It's
It's
10.
100 gold.
Yeah, and I put in
100
50. So
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, so you put in 50 gold. So, everybody who's still in, what's your hand?
You're going initiative?
Yeah.
All right, I got 472, so that is 13.
13. Soroka?
13.
Ooh.
13. Cage?
It is over, but I'm going to deceive and say that it's 14.
You have to show the dice.
That's fine.
You're just gonna lie.
I'm going to
You all are blind.
no, I'll show the dice, but I'm gonna do a little bit of sleight of hand and deception and make it flip one of my dice to make it 14.
You know I'm going
Roll.
to crisp your ass if I catch you.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
And also, at this point, everyone is watching you because you are the last person there. So the DC is higher.
Oh, that's
So
fine.
I'd like the two of you to roll perception checks as well to see if you notice.
I rolled a natural 1, but I'm going to burn a reroll. Nat 20.
All right.
Okay, you catch me.
That is beautiful use of those donations. Thank you, everyone in chat, for making
Down to
that
5.
Is this the day of our heist?
This is the day of your heist. This is your morning game as you're all having breakfast and preparing and getting ready.
I got a 7. It's not that
You're
matters.
not worth my one spell.
I know when to
swear
count
to
my
you?
losses.
You better be emptying the rest of your pockets on this table.
I would listen to her if I were you.
I know when to count my losses. It's a
Yeah,
good day for a heist, anyway.
yes, and there's a lot more gold to be made.
Siroka's going to scoop all of this into her pocket. And she's gonna like look at Cage, and she's gonna the stuff in your boots too, little man.
That's not how the game works, Sirocco.
I just won.
No, we both got 13.
You want to fight for it?
That could be greater. How about we roll one more die? Winner takes all.
All right.
All right,
Roll a
D12.
D12.
Oh,
The
11,
house rolled a 9.
11.
So you're over.
Yes.
What'd you roll?
A 5.
Fate has
Money.
spoken.
The money is yours.
As it was.
Hey, I
You
don't
shall
want to
see.
interrupt, but congratulations, Legundo. Your Kickstarter just crossed $2,000.
Yay! Okay, cool.
He's like, uh-oh.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay. All right.
With the completion of the game, Cage is gonna murmur, at least you have something to pay me with now later anyway.
I thought I was paying you in thrill.
This was a
You
little
seem to
bit
think
too
that
high.
was enough.
Yeah.
I think this was a little bit too high stakes for me. I like my gold where it is.
Oh, if you think this was high stakes, just wait till you see what's coming.
Oh, I know what's coming.
And with that,
All right.
you all are starting to notice a little bit more of the murmurs of the crowds outside as the celebration of Mariners Day here in Dragonsport has begun. The crowds, the activity, the blue and silver banners flying on the ocean breeze. It's a lot busier than normal. You almost kind of have to shove your way through some of the busier streets as you begin making your way towards your target. Walking up as you crest the hill just prior, looking at this large 3-story building of black lacquered wood with a large silver feather of metal, painted wood, hard to tell, emblazoned across the front over the primary entrance. Your target's before you. What do you want to do?
As we walk through the street, I'm assuming that there are like panhandlers or like little orphans.
Bit of both, yeah.
Siroka's gonna dump the big bag of cash on the lap of a group of orphans and just walk away.
Okay. So you see a couple kids walking over. This little girl has like a little pot, and she has like a flower in one hand and a plate in the other. And you just drop the plate Looney Tunes style, and the poof, hand hits the ground.
I do want to attempt to be sneaky doing it too, so my sleight of hand is an 11.
Okay. So you're like, as I think everybody hears
About as
that.
subtle as I am.
Very
Yeah.
subtle.
Yeah. So not super subtle, but I don't think anybody else in the crowd would make a scene at a little bit of charity before some planned selfishness a little bit later this evening. You're now standing in eye's view of the building that you spent the last 3 days casing through different illusions and disguises, some wild shapes in the underground areas. You've prepared as best you can, investigated, learned what you can, but now the day is here. So any last minute final preparations before you walk through the threshold and begin your heist?
Before we officially approach the building, I am going to cast 2 of my rituals
Okay.
in preparation.
So you find a little alley off on a corner, and what spells do you want to cast?
I am casting Comprehend Languages and Unseen Servant to follow along.
Okay. So
I'll
there's
make-
Cloud go first.
I'll also cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Last 8 hours. So
Pull on that little strap of leather around your thigh. Just tighten it up slightly, and you feel your protective energy surround you. Chance?
And I'll make sure that my invisible mage hand is nearby.
Okay.
And I'll move it along with me as I'm moving.
Okay.
Yeah,
Spells.
magic boys.
Yeah. You chose your crew well, making up for the things that you don't have on hand, but you can always find. All right. As you all, so there's incense burning, chanting happening in the back. At one point in time, this one guy's just walking by, and he's like, "What?" And
Sirocco
just-
unsheathes
don't
her
worry about
sword
it.
just a little, like, keep walking.
and he turns and keeps moving. I don't want to know. I don't need to know. Is not worth dying for today. As he continues skirting his way through. The front of the building is quite packed, as in addition to the already existing decor and decorum of the structure, there's 2 large tapestries with pictures of boats sailing to commemorate Mariners' Day and all the festivities therein, hanging and blowing in the wind as the line is slightly out the door to be able to enter this large building. Commoner and noble alike, although not always standing intermingled, as some are a little more feel themselves above and clear a space with their personal guards or just their presence and a glare. You all stand in line as you inch slowly forward. It takes about 5 minutes. The team is efficient and a little bit larger at the front door than what you had seen in the previous days. You look around for, specifically you, Cage, you look around for the one guard that you had charmed and replaced in one of your days of preparation. And
Dimitri.
Dimitri is not there.
That's troublesome.
So to get in, we know that we need to get ourselves on the VIP list. Chance, you have that under control?
Yes, I have my forged documents with me, and I believe that I'd be able to replace it within the book that you saw earlier.
That would be preferable because we do need our weapons.
Yes,
You
I
need
have
your
most of
weapons.
our stuff. I have most of our stuff in my bag of holding.
That's true. So worth noting, just so the crowd has, the audience has an idea, are you all dressing in your battle gear? Are you in more formal attire? Some combination thereof?
I think Chance is
I
going to
am
have
dressed formally.
There you
Chance is
go.
going to have his leather armor underneath more of colorful vestments.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
Finn,
think. Yeah, your armor is the same regardless.
yeah, Finn is just wearing his fanciest robe, we'll say.
Okay.
Well, you're about to shrink down and be a pocket wizard anyway.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Kuroko?
Sirocco as a barbarian needs no armor. Her armor is her bloodlust. And so she is fucking fancy. Just like sleek black, concealing many sharp things across. That's not great. My battery's dying. Yeah, so she is like full on fancy eye candy. Does not appear threatening, but has the far traveler feat. So she's just going to look like she doesn't quite belong there. The other one, please. But that she does now.
Okay. Commanding a presence as the 4 of you walk through the door. Are you going through the primary general admittance, or are you heading off to the VIP entrance around the side?
We're going through the side entrance.
Okay. You break left as you move your way around. You see everybody else who's entering and going through general having to drop off weapons in baskets. They get this little clay tag that is handed to them. Larger weapons get a little ribbon strapped around them. But you intend to keep your weapons as you start working your way down a hallway towards a secondary entrance where VIPs are allowed to enter unsearched.
As we break line of sight from any looking guards, I'm going to cast Polymorph and turn into a small mouse. Jump into Siroko's pockets.
Yes, my dress does have pockets.
It has pockets. It's fantastic. I love it. So you jump into a pocket. So we have a pocket wizard as a mouse for the next hour. Any other prep from anybody else as you start working your way towards?
Nope. I think Cage and I are going to link arms and kind of like saunter towards the door as if we have like all the time in the world to allow Chance to plant the list and then get the signal from him that we are clear to enter.
As we actually approach and have the arm linked, from the linked arm, a little spider is going to crawl from my vest down and actually hide itself in the flowing hair of Sirocco.
Oh,
Sirocco,
player
you
me
feel-
hates this.
You feel this little skittering as it like finds its way up behind a little lock of hair.
Mhm.
Player me is just ooh DM me hates that. Ooh, God. Okay. But you
Sirocco
two-
okayed this, but Starbuck is a little iffy on it.
a little skizzy. All right. Okay. So as the two of you start working your way up,
How many guards? How many guards are there?
2 who are actually checking people, and then there's 1 about 5 feet back sitting at a nice oak desk with the actual lists laid out in a couple different, or list and other documents laid out across a desk in front of them.
Okay, about 5 feet behind.
About 5 feet behind the other 2, yeah.
Okay. Does that guard have it? Is he just sitting back, or do they have their hand on the book and all?
They don't have their hand on the book at the moment. They're just sitting. They're sitting at the desk at the moment. At the moment, the 3 of them are just having a brief conversation. They're talking to each other, just kind of like, "Oh, we're at our posts. So, how was your weekend last week? Oh, what are you missing from Mariners Day? Oh, my wife's making a great meal. I'm going to be getting home a little bit earlier today, being able to go see." Like you hear small talk going on.
Okay. Let's see here. As I approach, I'm going to get within, probably between 5 and 10 feet, and using my mage hand, I'm going to knock the book towards me, onto the ground towards myself.
Okay. Make a. Oh. So you're just walking up, and the book's just gonna fall.
The mage hand is gonna hit the book so that it like clatters to the floor,
Okay.
skidding towards me.
Okay. And your mage hand is invisible for you, correct?
Yes, it is invisible.
Okay. So as you walk forward, yeah. Oh no, the 3 of them are talking, and your mage hand comes forward and goes to push on the book, and it leans forward and it falls off the front. And it's on a bit of a chain, so it clatters to the ground. But you notice now something that you didn't see before is it hits the ground, but there's like kind of those chains you see at the bank. Not a heavy one, but it's just enough to keep it attached that no one would walk away with this thing.
Okay.
But it's just clipped into a small clip on the back of the metal of this book, which as soon as it hits the ground, it's like ting, 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 ting.
Okay.
And all 3 of them, like the one at the desk, stands up. Is like, "What are you doing?" "I don't know what you. It just fell." "It's
So not
your
close
job."
enough for me to grab?
I mean, you can walk up if you wanted to, but at the moment, the 3 of them have now turned to each other and are looking at each other like, "What the heck just happened?"
Okay. I'll leave it where it is, 'cause I have a secondary plan.
Okay. So it's like, "What are you doing?" And they like fishes it up by the chain, so the book is now closed. Whatever page it was on is just gone. And they like pulled it up, and like one of the corners is a little twisted over, and this wasn't a big heavy thing. Like it's designed to look fancy. It doesn't mean it is. And are you walking up now?
Yeah, we'll all walk up. And Sirocco, did you give your name to the person for the VIP name or for the VIP area?
Fuck, I
Or
made
did
a
you-
name up.
I feel like you did, but
You found one.
Oh yes, I found one. Oh shit.
The name on the list. Do you remember it?
Oh, it was Featherbottom?
Fuzzlebutt, I think.
Puzzlebutt. It was Puzzlebutt.
Fuzzlebutt. Yeah. So
Okay.
as the three of you now walk up to the cabinet, to the counter, with the guards that are standing there, they're wearing the same black vestments with the black on black feather engraving, with the two red stripes across the sash that's across their shirt, as they still kind of flustered from like cleaning this up, as a group of VIPs are now approaching them. Like, yes, can we help fix it? Can we help you?
Yes, Fuzzlebutt here and Trove of Lord Professor Night Owl. We're here to gain access to the VIP area for the silent auction.
Right. You said Trove and Fuzzlebutt?
Yes, Fuzzlebutt.
On the mention of the name, the one at the counter, you all see like freeze. It's like,
She's been like looking around, like as if she can't be bothered to engage in this conversation, but like at that, her eyes like roll over to like check and make sure that like she does not have to further this ruse.
so as your eyes meet him, you watch him
Oh no,
just
we have
kind of
chaos.
make an intimidation
3.
check for me, please.
That's a 6 plus 4. That's a 10. I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
That's an 18 plus 4, 22.
22. As your eyes meet his, you realize this is the person who you full on I want to speak to the manager when you originally established this persona. And he catches your eye and yours meet his, and that a little bit of the storm crackles behind your irises, and he looks down, he's like, let them in. Now we got a chaos roll. So let's see what happens with this. Okay, 39.
Chaos reigns.
39. Okay, good to know. All right, as you all continue forward, you are quickly ushered by the guard who does not want to be challenged by the sword-wielding, I wish to speak to your manager woman from the previous day, as he just is doing everything in his power to not make eye contact with all of you all. And you continue forward, the three of you walking. Cage, do me a favor. Make a perception check for me, please.
Absolutely. That is 17.
17. Okay. So as you all exit through this space, you reach a set of stairs that you start moving upwards towards this second set of stairs. And as the three of you are now all walking up, Sirocco and Cage arm in arm, Chance ahead of, behind, somewhere?
Probably behind at this point.
Okay.
Because I'm unfamiliar with this area.
Okay, behind. And Finn hanging out in a pocket, just
Looking around.
chittering around. You find a little bit of like a crumb of bread.
Amazing.
You do
Just-
not.
Okay, never mind. You do not.
It's all in my imagination.
It's pristine.
If there are crumbs in my pocket when you leave, we will have words.
So as the three of you are walking up, you notice another party walking down. It's a, let me pull up my documents. Taller man, very heavily built, tan skin. The wrinkles on his face look slightly like cracks almost. And as he walks, there's this little bit of dust that just hovers in the air slightly for a moment before lightly starting to fall towards the ground. He's dressed in tan and yellow robes with a large white sash across his stomach. And on his right arm, dressed in a beautiful blue dress, almost mirroring the quality of your own, Sirocco, with these large straps along the side, a very high split. You see a tall, slender, white-furred tabaxi with an arm around his and a hand on his shoulder, just speaking cautiously as they're looking at each other and smiling. And for a moment, she looks at you, as does he. They nod slightly. And Chance, your eyes meet hers for just a second as you continue forward. Cage, as that happens, you notice the connection between the two.
Not already.
As you continue moving up the stairs and heading towards your first destination of the evening.
Friend of yours, Chance?
We've known each other for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. It
Not
won't
going to
problem,
be
will
a
it?
problem.
I have a job to do, but I think I might make myself known. I'd like to go talk to her, if I may.
Okay.
Right now?
So,
Oh yes, of course. I must talk to her. This has to happen.
Are you afraid of me?
Maybe from the previous encounters, I'd probably want to roll an insight check just to see.
like what you gleaned from that moment of eye contact?
Well, yeah, whatever Sirocco's doing at this point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
She rolled a 16 to intimidate you.
My insight is 12.
I think it's still a little clear.
Maybe I'll go talk to her in a little while. For, initial first task at hand, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
I like
Chance
the way
kind
you
of
think.
just
That's a good choice.
Chance still looks very distracted and is looking over his shoulder, just longingly at the doorway that the white tabaxi had disappeared.
Okay. As you all make your way into the balcony area that you had all seen in your casing of the casino over the past few days, this is the VIP lounge. The floor is carpeted in a fine red carpet that seems to react to your footprint, so it's very large and plush. With the humidity here, that's strange. The tables are gold with ivory inlays, beautiful traces of lapis lazuli moving around. The chairs nicely cushioned and fancy. The dealers, very fine tailored outfits. As there's not a lot of tables around here, and a small, separate, isolated bar where you could get drinks or food. You see 6 or 7 other individuals of varying classes, backgrounds that you could tell. One looking to be in more governmental robes, another in something that looks like the outfit of a mage. You see 2 that look a little more rough and tumble than everybody else, but they clearly put on some semblance of wanting to look fancy. There's one gentleman with a white flowing linen shirt with one sleeve that has been removed to reveal an intricate pattern of tattoos down his entire arm, a large scimitar hanging on a very low sheath off his leg as Starbuck is just rolling for everybody. I love it.
Anyone who gets a description, I'm rolling to fall in love.
Okay, go for it. I am all about it. The green and gray skin, the green and gray skin underneath these tattoos, as he stands somewhat taller a little bit more of a forceful presence than any other half-orc you've ever seen. Speaking, interestingly enough, with a small gnomish woman in lawmaster's robes, the two of them having to struggle slightly to maintain eye contact, but having obviously a very deep philosophical conversation because they are locked into each other as they're speaking. There's a human woman dressed in vibrant robes, the side-shaven head, with a similar weapon but more tightly bound to her side and a little bit shorter. There's a streak of purple through her stark white hair as she's just sitting, leaning on the bar, elbows back, a drink in one hand. And then anybody? Yeah, no, I think you all wouldn't notice. And then, most interestingly, there's a couple of drow. A woman sitting and a man just slightly behind her, hands at attention at her shoulder, dressed in slightly more ornamental robes as they sit silently in the corner, observing everyone else, positioning themselves so that no one can get behind them. That's a bit of the crew that you see in this space. As a small servant comes out and says, "Ladies, gentlemen, others, thank you all for attending. We will be starting the auction in about an hour. It will take us some time to get you all through and into those interior spaces. So just take a few moments, enjoy drinks, rest, relaxation, and we will call you all in the order that you have arrived. So if actually, for time's sake, if you don't mind, Miss DeVore?" And the woman puts her drink down and starts following him back into a set of double doors, like French doors, but with frosted stained glass inside and an intricate pattern of a raven taking flight as the doors slowly close with a behind them as they are escorted off to some secondary area. You are now standing in this VIP lounge. What do you want to do?
But we just got a €100 donation from
Oh,
Devin. So I think that's 2 guards. I'm not sure how you want to handle that, Legundo.
Yeah, that's
Do you want some
maximum
guards, some
chaos.
a bit of both?
That's
Yeah. Just in case he isn't reading chat, I just wanted to call it out and ask him, like, what kind of chaos do you want to enact with this, Davin? Because €50 buys an extra guard versus the players. €20 helps a player. €10
and €10
chaos.
could do either, depending on the roll.
Yeah.
We do have 4 chaos rolls pending.
We have 4 chaos rolls pending. That
Well,
is
you
true.
haven't
So
been subtracting them as you've been using them, I think, right?
I've only rolled 1, so
Okay.
let me just go ahead and roll a couple while we're waiting. That's 2 guards.
These?
That's somebody saying. Okay, so a 40.
For the record, Davin is a hired sword, and he's trying to make my life miserable right now.
You've all made enemies.
Davin, I thought we were friends.
40, okay, so that's one of the rolls was a 40. Another's a 92.
Ooh.
Another is a 30. Oh no. And that's a 12. Okay, let me look those up briefly while you all figure out what you want to do. At this point, you're about halfway through your polymorph, by the way.
I'm gonna need a demouse at some point.
So you're gonna need to
Yes.
demouse somewhere soon.
So I can make my way to the ladies' room to allow you out of my pocket. Do you want to be let out now?
I mean, I should be. I just don't know how I'm going to get out the ladies' rooms
You'll be
unnoticed.
fine.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
don't
should be
actually
fine.
care who's in there.
Okay. The guards might, though.
I don't think the guards are going to check on if you're in the VIP area. Just look VIP and you'll be fine.
I can do that.
Do we want to do that now or after we get into the auction itself?
Well, she said it's going to be about an hour, and we've already been going for about 15 minutes, I'd guess. So,
All right, that's fair. So I'll work my way to the ladies' room. Actually, I'll work my way to the ladies' room and walk into a different door that's near that. Is anybody watching these doors?
Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you notice them.
16 plus...
That's enough. They're not hiding. Okay. There is an attendant, somebody in similar robes that is not explicitly watching, but as you walk by, they turn and they're like, "Please let us know if you need anything." As they watch you walk down the hallway, they
Okay.
don't follow you. So if you just start walking slowly, after a moment or so, they turn around. There are 2 other doors close by the small like alcove. Nothing's marked like women's or men's, but if you ask for a restroom, they just pointed you towards there. So you can just pick any of the rooms, in all honesty.
Okay. So I'm going to take note of who may be seeing that only that one attendant is watching this hallway, really?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to walk into one of the rooms. I'm going to chuck the mouse out of my pocket. I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to immediately storm towards the attendant. Do I recognize them from the day before?
You never entered this area, so I don't think so.
Okay. I ask because anyone I met before yesterday, I will have to continue yesterday's persona.
Yes, you
So,
would.
If I do not recognize them as someone that I saw, I'm going to walk up to them in a huff and say, "Where do you have anyone that can cast mending? I ripped my skirt," and I'm going to rip the hem of my skirt. And
Okay.
and that won't do, and I need someone who can cast mending now.
Okay. Real quick, we got 2 more chaos rolls. I've already rolled one of them. Let me just deal with another. You all have made enemies. And that's a 93.
Not at all. Just one.
Okay. So she's looking. She's like, we might be able to. Can you give me just a little intimidated? She's like, can you give me a moment? I can. Yes, sure. And she skirts down that hallway and goes through the 3rd door, the furthest one from where you would generally accessed, and vanishes off into another room. Meanwhile, let's deal with the chucking of the mouse. Can you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, no.
As a mouse.
Yes, I can. That is a 6.
6. So all of a sudden you're just chittering into the pocket and just looking around, and you just feel this pressure, and then you're flying, and then there's a wall, and then whack.
Just drop form.
Yeah, you drop polymorph, but instead of you could if you want to.
No, it's fine. This is good.
It's funnier. Okay, cool. So you whack into the wall, and instead of being able to like skitter somewhere and demouse yourself where you're standing on your feet and you're upright, you demouse upside down with your back against the wall, feet up in the air, and you just fall into a pile on the ground. You bang your leg off of one of the sinks and you slightly crack it. Okay. And now there's a little bit of water starting to collect in the room that you're in.
Is there anyone in the room at the moment?
No, you are currently alone in the room.
I'm going to quickly straighten myself out.
Okay.
Look at the sink. Can I just lift it up? Does it fix anything? I'm just going to let it go and walk out. It doesn't matter. It's not my problem.
Water is starting to spray out, and the floor is starting to get a little bit wet.
I'm going to rush to Soroka and be like, there was an incident. I think one of us broke the sink, and there's water everywhere, and I'm just going that way, and you can deal with it. Okay? All right, good. I'm just going to walk.
Not my sick and not my problem.
See ya. I'm just going to walk straight down the hall.
Okay. So,
wait, can you cast mending on my dress?
Nope, not a spell I took, sorry. Otherwise I would have used it on the sink.
You pull on power walk your way out of there and are working. As you all are doing this, you're noticing in the general access cages, a bit of a fight begins to break out around one of the tables. This is one of the chaos rolls. The beginning of a fight begins to play out. A group playing a similar dice game to what you all were playing, and all of a sudden you hear, "You cheat! You cheat!" And this person's starting to crawl up over the table at the person on the opposite side. Security starts to rush in and try to conceal and confine the situation. You notice a few people enter from those spiral staircases from the underground areas that are able to, within a few seconds of some call, immediately bring things through.
We need a dad huddle. We should use this opportunity to try and find the items.
I'm
Who's
trying
gonna go?
to get to the door
Okay.
that Miss DeVore accessed.
Okay. So
I'm going
you
to
get
toss you the sending stone that we have.
Okay.
Oh, your dress. What happened?
What?
What happened to your dress?
It's the new style.
Do you want me to mend that for you?
I cast mending.
There you go.
I do,
without-
yes.
You feel this
It's
bit
not
of
going to
warmth.
work. Just
You feel this bit of warmth as the fabric starts to reform itself from the tear that you had added. Your dress is back.
Cage is way too fashion forward to let that fly.
about a minute after that happens, just as you finish casting the spell and the final threads just reweave themselves, the attendant comes through. She's like, Miss, we had someone to.
You took so long.
I'm sorry. I'm so
You are
so
not
sorry.
needed now, thank you.
Yes, of course. And she turns around and skitters back away. You're making an
I'm
impression
sorry,
on the
imaginary
staff.
person.
You're making an impression on the staff for sure.
Yeah.
During this
you
time-
definitely, they're talking about you in the underground. So, Chance, what do you want to do?
Chance is going to check the door that Miss DeVore and that other gentleman walked through with Mage Hand to see if it's unlocked.
You are able to pull down slightly on the handle, and
Mhm.
you don't feel a click or anything because it's not yours. But after a moment, you realize, as you've been like lightly pulling on it, that you could open it if you wanted to.
Okay.
Well, I think I can go through the door if I need to.
Through the door.
And let's see. Can I cast my? Can I unsummon my familiar and then summon my familiar inside the door, on the other side of the door,
Easy
and
enough.
then I'll
You can see through.
and then I'll look through the eyes of the familiar to see what's
Okay.
on the other side.
So, are you like sitting down somewhere because you're trading your vision and hearing for?
Yes. I'll be
Okay.
sitting like close to the door. Is there like a bar area or a seating
Yeah,
area?
there's a
close
little
to the
bar.
door?
There's a few small tables, like cocktail tables, that you could sit at if you would like to, and
Yeah.
grab a drink and just be
Yep.
sitting there, lost in thought.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do.
Okay. So as you bamf your familiar, which is currently an owl, if I remember it.
Correct. Yes.
It's
an owl.
Are you having it fly through or just like hop?
It'll be on the floor for now,
Okay.
looking through, because I don't know what direction it would be to perch. So
Okay.
the floor is the safest spot.
All right. Well,
that's adorable.
that's adorable. Yeah, I'm imagining like the little rowlet just like bounce.
Yep.
Okay, so while you're doing that, let's deal with another one of those complications that comes up. Another one of the servants comes over and when wishes to speak is like, Mr. I don't know your name. This is for you. And he goes to hand you a note to you, Cloud.
Okay. Finn will.
Or,
Open it?
yeah, so Finn, sorry. So Finn, open it.
Yeah.
What languages do you speak?
I don't know. Good question. Common, Elvish, Infernal, and Primordial.
In Elvish, there is a note that says, "Why don't you come say hi?"
Oh, I don't like that.
Roll the final love!
And you close the note and you look around and you scan throughout all of the group, and you notice another group has several other people have been around through this, and you see an elvish woman sitting in a similarly tailored dress to some of the others that you've seen. It's very much the in vogue fashion at the moment, but she's sitting with a nice drink sitting on her table, and she's just staring at you, running her finger around the ring of the drink.
Okay, Sirocco, there may be a problem here.
Yeah, what's going on?
I got this note. I'll show her the note and then somehow casually point to the elvish lady.
I'm gonna roll a fall in love.
Go for it. Are you trying to be like sneaky in this?
Wait, what?
Are you trying to be sneaky in this or no?
No, I'm looking.
Okay. Yeah. She sees the two of you looking, just one of the eyebrows just raises slightly.
I'm gonna roll again.
With advantage.
At this point, I'm rolling.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone's
The three of you are now sitting at the table, just oogling at this this woman who is now looking at the three of you.
Did you say
I did not.
Okay, you did not. Good to know.
And go talk to her.
What if she makes us?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Okay, I'm going. And I'll walk over to the table. Is there anyone else there?
No, she's alone.
All right, I'll sit. Is there like opposite sides of the table, booth kind of thing?
She's on like the booth integrated wall seating. You could just grab the chair directly opposite.
Yeah, I'll sit there and I'll put the note on the table. Like you summoned me.
As he's approaching, I'm going to do a little bit of druid craft and make a little rose appear, like a little on the front of his little lapel of the rose.
I am all for this. Awesome. Okay,
so little something there.
You sit down this little rose. You feel like a
So
little
invested in this.
As she
That's always happened.
like, well, yes, I just saw you walk in, and I just needed to say hello. What's your name?
My name is Finn. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
It's a beautiful name. My name is Elastine.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Where are you from, Finn?
I'm from around here.
Why is everything with flirting with Cloud? Sorry, it completely threw me off.
I was gonna say this is the third time Cloud's fallen in love this week.
I'm just trying to wing orc over here.
Complications can go many different ways. I cannot believe I rolled it.
Zurika says to Cage offhandedly when he introduces himself, she's like, "Did he seriously just give her his real name?"
I hope it's for the after heist. I'm sure they'll have a long-lasting love after this.
Yes. So as that's all happening, you guys are having the conversation. She's like, Finn, well, I'm from around, sailed in, and wanted to stop and notice some adventure. You look like you've been around a little bit.
I don't know what that means. What are you insinuating? I'm a regular wizard boy. I haven't done much.
Magic? Why, isn't that special?
It can be. I'll use minor illusion to create like a little firework show on the table.
Now, something tells me you're capable of far more than just simple parlor tricks.
Yeah, I reserve those for people I know better.
Okay. So, to not make it too... So, she continues to attempt to get to know you a little bit more, and is very clearly a little infatuated with you, and just like, I need to know more about this person. So, you're getting a very casual interrogation.
Okay.
Okay. So while that's happening, Sirocco and Cage, you all would notice a little bit of water starting to come down the hallway that you all exited from. Chance, as your owl is, so it is a nicely decorated hallway, well lit. It goes on for about 30 feet, and then there is a secondary door
at the end of the hallway.
Yep, and it's a little cracked open, probably enough that the owl can make it in, but it might bump the door.
Okay. Can I communicate with my familiar to go down and look through the door?
Okay. So it makes its way through, and it looks through the door, and you see currently Miss DeVore leaning back on one chair, just having a conversation with somebody else in the room.
Can I see any other doors from that vantage point?
There's another one on the opposite side.
Okay. All right. I'll bamf the familiar out, and then I'll try to get Sirocco and Cage's attention. And seeing that Finn is a little bit preoccupied, I'll just turn to Sirocco and Cage and say, well, we can go down the hallway. There is a couple of secondary doors to get elsewhere, but I don't know exactly where they are. But Miss DeVore and the gentleman are in some sort of office.
Have you seen any of the items?
I have not. I think that they might be beyond the office door, but that is the only other entrance or exit from this direction.
So at this point, the water is now being noticed by others as it's starting to like move down, and and like the carpet starting to get a little soaked, and it's starting to move its way more so into the crowd.
If we're standing anywhere near where that water is coming towards, we're going to like go around the periphery of the room to get away from it, but casually. And if possible, I'd like to line us up closer to where Finn is divulging his entire life story instead of interrogating this woman.
Okay. So at the moment, you hear them talking, and she's just like, so ever since then, I've been sailing around just trying to find interesting people. And
I'll use message on Finn and say,
I think it's time to go.
I'll stand up immediately and be like, so
leaving so soon.
I would ask for your number, but I don't think that's how it works in this kind of place.
Just leave.
Okay. It was lovely to meet you, and I'll just start walking away.
But wait! And she's like, wait! And she's trying to call you back, but you're just.
I'll look back and see if she says anything important. If not, I'll continue.
Okay.
If she starts to pursue him, I'm gonna like put my hand toward her and just be like, "Darling, you have to learn when they're not interested."
Make a persuasion check.
It's not great.
Reroll.
You do only have 4 rerolls left.
Oh,
Chat
man,
is putting all of their funds into casino chaos.
Do I
But
need
yeah,
to roll another one, by the way? How many?
18 plus 119 to convince this poor jilted lover to not follow our party.
Oh, but he seemed so interesting, you know? As she just turns and looks you in the eye. Hello.
Yep. I'm just gonna also leave her.
Oh, what have we done?
At about this point, the doors open, and the people behind the bar are now noticing the water, and things are starting to get a little chaotic in the space. And he's like, please excuse us. We're so sorry, having some issues apparently. One of you go get the water shut off, please. As another one of the servants moves around, it's like, well, you're right here by the door. Would you all like to go next? Just get you out of the space.
Would love to get out of this aquarium.
Fantastic. Is it just the 3 of you?
Yes.
The 4 of us?
Which is
Well, at the moment, Finn is just booking it in the other direction, trying to get away from the one he was talking to.
looking it towards them.
Follow us?
Towards them. Oh, okay. So the 4 of you. Okay, follow me. And you're going with?
Mm-hmm.
As I leave, I'm going to use Druidcraft to make the space smell a little bit like fish.
I'll allow it. That's hilarious. As you all continue through,
Every tabaxi in the building bursts through the door.
Every eye locks on that balcony. As you all make your way into a secondary space, there's somebody coming in from the opposite side, bringing in a few additional chairs, so you all have space to sit. You're all instructed to sit, and the person speaking with you sits opposite of you. It's like, excellent. I believe this is your first time attending one of our auctions, so I figure we should update you and let you know what the currently the protocols are for what we're doing. The staff likes to well, casually we refer to it as the truth room, and that's where we'll take our break, everyone. So let's be back in about 5 minutes. Sorry, I should have given notification, but it happened way too fast.
Sorry, I was listening to you guys on my phone.
Sorry,
Alright.
I apologize. I should have typed something.
No, don't worry. We're currently listening to ourselves. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
So, everyone, what
take a brief break.
a chaotic heist so far. Yeah, we are going into break. Legundo, would you maybe like to show the audience what they can win during this break?
So
That
yes,
specific one.
not this specific one, but it could be this one, or 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 how long can I keep this going? Or
Our
this
eyes
one,
intensify.
or this one. But yes, I'm giving away one of my slim dice vaults, which the Kickstarter is just going and just passed its second stretch goal, which just unlocked mahogany as a wood option that everybody could get as well. So I believe Laura has the code word you need to say.
And what special thing is happening with your Kickstarter today?
Yes. So during this stream, while this stream is going, anything that is pledged to the Kickstarter, I'm matching and donating to the Chaotic Lawful Pro Bono weekend. So I think we're at that's like $400 already so far.
Really?
So
Holy
yeah,
shit.
it's good. Yeah, so it's gonna be good.
Jesus Christ.
That's all.
Bring it on, everyone.
Okay.
Bring it on.
I mean, 100
Let's
of that is
go.
just mine, so I don't know why I'm surprised. But
Yeah,
like,
so
I was like,
bring it on.
ooh, a health
Also
potion.
here.
All
So
right.
it's first Starbucks.
What do we want our code word to be?
Danger.
Danger. Okay. How about
Truth.
Regret.
truth? Ooh,
Truth.
Oh,
Yes, let's do it. Type the word truth into chat to win those sexy ass dice vaults, as Tyler describes them as.
He does really love Dice Vault. He
yeah.
brings it with him for everything.
Oh, he has one of the dual vaults?
He has one of the dual vaults, yes. And he
Heck yeah.
every time he picks it up for game to bring it downstairs to where he sits to play, he's like, I just love this thing.
So type the word truth into chat. Starbuck, you best better do it as well.
I'm working on it.
And we're going to go ahead and take our break. I'll set you up with some information about our charities that all of this is going towards today. We are 340 euros away from our 4,500 euros raised stretch goal, which is it for a week of charity events. But hey, this is our 17th game out of 18 games. And yeah. It's amazing. It's going great. Thank you all so much for an amazing one shot so far, and we'll see you all in about 15 minutes. Bye-bye.
We're back.
Hey everyone! I probably broke your eardrums if you were going to be startled by that, but that's okay. Hi, we're back. And I've got the exclusive, because I've got the last Loottables Dice Vault to give away this week. And I've got a lot more people than just one who really want it. So, look, if you don't win, just type !vault into the chat, go and back Legundo's Kickstarter, because if you back it during this game, your money will go straight to charity as well. So, at least there's that, you know? You can just go and buy yourself one and support an awesome creator and our charities at the same time. You might just want to do that anyway. In fact, I did it, so you can do it too, if you want to. It was so easy that even I could do it. I'm gonna go ahead and click. Everyone's saying, no, me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and click that button of truth. Unlikely nerd! Apparently it was likely! Because you won the giveaway. Congratulations for winning that final Dice Vault. The odds were in your favor. Congratulations. What? Starbuck, if you want, I'll buy you one extra if you want. I will. Okay, well, are you ready to show your faces back to the world? Alright, there they come. Here's their cheery voices. Look, all of you are equal now. None of you won it, so there's no resentment, okay?
I'm not even mad because Chris is actually a friend of ours and he is a super great guy.
Okay.
So if like I had to like handpick someone to win it, it probably would have been him because he buys a lot of my dice and will probably put some of them in it.
That's
Okay,
perfect.
at least it's all in the family, then, you know?
There you go.
Alright, without further ado, I'm gonna let you guys get back to it, because I heard you have a lot of people to kill and very little time to do it in, so just go right ahead and do that. Have
What's my
fun.
new t-shirt?
Yeah, I have
Murder
unlimited
is my
slots. With on the back, murder is my exit strategy.
Yeah, my escape plan.
Yeah. All
And
right.
anyone who's played D&D with me for the last 10 years knows that murder is my exit strategy.
There you go. And it works. So welcome back, everyone. So as you all sit in this room, the four of you in nice, finely crafted chairs, the person sits before you, potentially unaware of what's about to happen. He goes, "This is our truth room. So nothing too intensive. I can assure you. We simply have." I don't know. Some of you seem like practitioners of the arcane. We like to use a spell to ensure that everything spoken in this room is true. And then from there, we ask just a few questions to ensure that your and our interests and motivations align. And from there, we can move forward with the auction itself, which is just beyond those doors over there. So if you would all prepare yourselves, I would ask, it is easier if you allow the spell to take effect. If you could just begin, please, he says over his shoulder.
I will be resisting. Thank you.
I will need anybody who is choosing to resist to make. I need to double check the spell, if it's charisma or wisdom. I need everybody who is resisting to please make me a charisma saving throw.
Can I counterspell without them knowing?
Can you see the caster?
I don't know. Can I see the caster?
Can he?
Make a perception check.
You tell me. I don't know.
Make a perception check.
Come on. Natural 20.
Okay.
Thanks.
So as you're looking around this room, it's solid plank walls on all four sides. And as you start to feel this spell, this force put pressure onto all of you. You focus your eyes forward, looking just over the shoulder of the person in front of you, and you notice that the plank wall directly opposite you is an illusion. It just slightly, you cross your eyes and it goes slightly out of phase, and you see this large plain plate glass window with 2 people currently behind it, one of who is in the process of casting this spell. You want to counterspell it?
I believe it's just a semantic spell, right? So I'll just whisper,
something like that, or
just a subtle finger movement, and see if I can do it without them noticing.
A subtle finger movement. I want you. What level are you casting it at?
3.
3? That's. I need to double check at what level it's automatic.
It's if it's the same, I think.
It's the same or lower, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's anything under 3rd or lower just ends. So yeah, you flick your fingers. A little bit of silver threading follows briefly as the person ahead of you goes to cast the spell. They release, and their eyes squint, and they look at the person next to them.
I'm gonna try to, as I'm looking around, like, oh, well, this is very interesting. I don't know if I have this feeling. This feeling is just overwhelming. I feel like I just need to speak the truth.
Okay. Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh man, the first one's a 19. Dang it. Okay.
I'm just going to say, I stole a candy bar from your concessions. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So the first one at disadvantage is a 25.
27 and 25. That's incredible.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So you say this, and the person in front of you is convinced. They're like, well, we thank you all for being so forthcoming. And then all of you hear bung bung as it sounds like a knock on glass from the wall behind him.
I'll summon my familiar in the wall behind them to make like a distraction, fluttering wings, and flying all the way around.
All right, so you snap your fingers, and the owl is just in the room. Suddenly, there's a bird here. Okay,
flying around.
It was Cage, Sirocco. What are you two doing?
I'm waiting to see if they have to die.
Okay.
Am I aware now that there's a room behind there that has obviously other people?
Make a perception check.
19.
Yeah, that would be enough. So you also, now watching this bird, you notice that one of the wings clips through what should be solid wall, and you hear like a little bit of an impact on glass. Okay. I see that. Let's go 40 for just. I got you.
That's it.
There are already multiple chaos rolls that are in play that might or might not have bees associated with them. You don't know.
Okay,
so yeah, you see the bird clip through the illusion, and as you realize your mind is able to tune it out, that it turns slightly translucent, and you see now 2 people standing behind here, one of who had just knocked on the glass and is looking at the other, who is currently in the process of moving past them out of your sight to your left.
Okay. I'm going to use one of our fancy callbacks, flashback scenes. And with that, it'll go back to the bar previously where I'm handing all of my compatriots these leather-bound, kind of fashioned mini masks that essentially I'm going to want them at my beckoning call to place over their face for reasons they're not yet aware of.
Okay, so you made leather masks.
I made respirators, essentially.
You made respirators for everybody. Okay, that's fine. That works out. Go ahead and do me a favor. Just make a general like tinkering check. So like dexterity, and if you're proficient with Tinker's tools, you can add your proficiency bonus.
18 plus dexterity 0. I
So 18.
am proficient with tinkering tools though.
So you can add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
It's 3, I think.
Yep, it is 3.
So
it'll be 21.
Okay, so you have 4 nicely created, soon stitched up leather masks that you had handed to you. So sorry, 3 and 1 for yourself that you had handed to your team the day prior.
What are we?
Okay.
Are we Slipknot now?
No. What I'm gonna do is basically give you guys in this room the nod that you know it's about to get real.
No.
So I give you the nod and basically request you all to put these respirators on. Do you do so?
Oh, it's a respirator. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Just a little respirator over your mouth and nose.
Okay, full on payday. Press F to put on mask. It's about to go off. All right, masks are coming on. What do you do?
As I noticed, they all have their masks on, and I have had mine on this entire time, but have disguised self to where it's not visible. I reach into my vest, and I have a little tiny crystalline vial that I throw on the ground as hard as possible, which releases a little phosphorescent dust that this one person in the room with me will inhale, and they'll start having hypnotic visions of colors and shapes and all kinds of unique experiences, so much so that they're just completely baffled by it, and I, at the same time, am going to cast Fey Presence and make myself appear significantly more evil and say, I'm the one that asks questions now.
All right. So you fear gas and scarecrow the person in the room with you, who is now just sitting in the chair. So shit's kicked off. Here we go. Yep. So Cage grabs your interrogator by the lapels, has his mask, which is a little more detailed than everybody else's, and like comes up partially over half the face. Like, I am the one who asks questions. As the 3 of you, now there are 2 people behind a pane of glass opposite you, who are now noticing what's going on. They are now in the process of starting to move in this direction. One is starting to move over. The other is raising her hands to prepare to cast a spell. Roll initiative. Let's go.
You're welcome to use your murder slots now.
This combat is sponsored by Loottables. Check out their Kickstarter now.
Yes! I love it. All right. 25 to 20.
I have a 22.
22. Okay.
That's the wrong mouse.
20 to 15?
18.
I have a 16.
17.
8. Wow. Y'all who's 17?
Finn.
What's your dex bonus, Finn?
3.
3. Okay, good to know. So wait, who is 18? Because you all went really fast there. Chance is 18.
Can I retcon something?
If you want to use another...
Oh, I was just going to say, because I can hold my breath indefinitely, so I don't want to wear your mask. I'll just hold my breath.
Okay,
It
that's
cramps
cool.
my style.
That's fine. That doesn't cost it. That doesn't cost a flashback.
I think you just look more intimidating, Soroku.
Yeah.
Without the mask.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So Cage grabs his person and is scarecrowing them in the chair as you notice one of the 2 people behind the glass is starting to make a move off to the right. The other is raising her hands to prepare to do something. Sirocco, you are the first to react. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna rage. How close are they to me?
Yeah, they're about 10 feet away and a pane of glass.
So Soroko's rage is not like a savage burst of anger. Soroko's rage is like a heightened focus. And so Sirocco exists in bullet time.
The hair is starting to rise slowly.
Sick.
The air around you is starting to swirl and twist as this inner storm is being unleashed a little bit more. What do you want to do?
All right. So if they're within 10 feet of me, I am going to use my storm aura. And I now have a 10-foot radius around me. And as a bonus action on my turn, all other creatures in my aura take 3 fire damage.
All other creatures?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Cool.
Okay.
Neat.
So as the air mixed in with the sulfur and the phosphorescence, some of them start to catch a light as it's not only red flame but blue and green and purples. They're starting to swirl around, mixing the chemicals in the flame. That doesn't break through the glass, but the room's on fire.
She's going to attempt to intimidate them with this.
Okay.
And when she is in a rage, she only storm whispers. You're welcome, everyone.
I love
And
it.
so she's going to say loudly, but still in a whisper, "Step away from the door."
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Uh, 14 plus 4, 18.
Okay, good to know. When it gets to their turn, that's where that will play out. All right. That's you, Sirocco. Chance, you're next.
All right. So I can see where the illusion is. So I will use Flash Step Slash to teleport myself beyond the veil of the glass in front of the one heading towards the door.
And I believe that you make an attack roll while you're doing that. So
Yes, and I'm casting it at 2nd level.
Okay, go for it.
Right. Let's see here. So we'll do, it's an attack roll and then plus 1d6.
Yes. So what weapon are you pulling? Like, you're pulling one of your daggers?
Yeah, I'm just going to pull my plus 1 dagger.
Yep. So, you pull this plus 1 dagger and you take a half a step back and dig your back foot in, push forward, and the other 3 of you just watch Chance disappear as you move forward. So what's the attack roll?
14 to hit.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. For the dagger, it's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And for the flash step, it's going to be 6 points of force damage. Do I add any sneak attack with that since they weren't expecting it, or it's the first turn of the roll? No, it wouldn't be because I don't have advantage on that roll. So
Yeah, you don't have advantage on the
and
roll.
I don't have it.
If teleporting through the wall would have been surprising enough, but I rolled a 19 on their perception, so I'm going to assume that they
me. Yeah.
noticed the spell getting cast, so they're not super surprised by it.
Okay, perfect.
All right. You splash through. Now you're standing between the 2 people in this room and the door.
Yes.
You're blocking the door off now, dagger in hand. All right. That's your. Sorry, do you have anything else to do? Is that everything?
Let's see here.
It's murder in time.
It's my favorite time.
I don't think there's anything else that I'm gonna do at this point.
Okay. All right. And with that, hold on.
Here I go killing again.
Here I go killing again. Cool. All right, now it's their go. So the one who is about to leave, who's in front of you, now that you've used... Sorry, actually, wait, 2 attacks, because you would have hit both of them in that line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
roll the second attack really quickly.
All right. Go back. Okay, second attack with the dagger is going to be a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
So is that max damage and then add on or double?
Roll and
double.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fun.
That's going to be 11 points of slashing damage and 8 points of force damage to the second.
Big ouchies.
Yeah, so you only barely clip the druid on the shoulder as she's flipping something, and you stand in front of the other now with a big gash across the chest, the nice uniform starting to turn crimson instead of red. Now it's their turn. So the one in front of you, it will draw a short sword and make 2 swings at you very quickly.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 misses.
17 to hit.
17 will hit, and I will use Uncanny Dodge on that to half it.
To reduce the damage by half?
Yep.
Okay. So you take 8 points of slashing damage reduced to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just 2 swipes really quickly, and then steps back, and not actually like steps back to move away from you, provoke an attack opportunity, but gets into a more defensive stance. Right? Then the spellcaster, looking through the glass at all of you, is going to whip her hands around, pull at a little bit of some kind of something in her pouch, and throw something, and will cast Summon Insects in the room. As there's now fire and drugs and bees swirling throughout this room. I would like everyone who's in the room to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a party, if you're asking me.
I hope you're all
that's
happy
not great.
now.
22.
22. That's 2 fail.
I'm gonna use a reroll. Oh, it was worse.
You can take the better.
Okay, that's gonna be a 6.
6 fail.
Wow.
All right. So those of you who failed take 18 points of piercing damage as these step and just start. You're getting stung from all over. Your body is just prickly everywhere. If you succeeded, you take 9. Piercing halved because you're raging. So 9 points for you, Sirocco. As the are now just moving through the space. It's going to be interesting to see how that interacts with the fire in just a minute.
Oh, I fucked up.
What's up?
It's fine.
What happened? What? No, wait. What? Is this something small?
I'm just not realizing we could have done this without murder. But murder was obviously the path of my heart, so...
Go with it. I'm totally fine with it. All right. So that's... and then she is now standing there looking at just this Technicolor dreamscape of blue, green, and purple flames with bees flying around. One of her coworkers being shoved around with a dude with a bag on his head, and somebody just teleported into the room. It's an interesting day here at the Ravenswing Casino. Finn, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I am going to look at the druid and say, if you play with bugs, I play with bugs. And I'm going to cast Infestation on them. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fail with the natural 2. Do I get to use the rerolls? Hold on. Do I get to use the
Absolutely
rerolls?
not.
Chat, do I get to use the rerolls? Okay, go for it. So fail, natural 2.
All
I
right,
mean,
so it
not
takes-
many GMs have done it, but it's been GM discretion so far.
Worse, natural 1.
Hold on.
Don't actually count that as 1. I just wanted to do it to see what it would be.
I asked you yesterday if we could do that, and you said no.
All right, 10 points of poison damage.
10 points poison damage to the druid. What
And
kind of insect are you putting all over them?
bees, absolutely bees.
Bees! Bees everywhere.
And, I need to roll a d4, so I'll just roll one straight. North, south, east, south. They have to move south, 5 feet south. That does not provoke opportunity attacks, if possible.
5 feet south, they back up towards the wall.
All right.
Does not provoke an opportunity attack. They don't have anyone directly next to them.
I will try to
you've
move
got
out of.
through the glass on each other.
I will try and move out of Sirocco's aura if there's enough room.
It's a 10-foot aura.
Yeah.
The room is
No.
20 by 20, so everything's on fire. So is it at the top of your turn, Sirocco?
I can
part of
choose
it.
to do it as a bonus action.
Oh, you can choose to do as a bonus action. Good enough.
All right.
You are still standing in this Technicolor firescape. It's
Oh, fuck yeah.
weird, but yeah, you're up. That's your turn. Cage, you are currently shaking this dude by the lapels. What are you doing?
Am I able to, at this point, see/cast at the two that are back there, or is it out of my ability?
No, yeah, you'd seen the owl interact with the thing, so you know it's an illusion. You're good to go.
Okay, so
You have
I'm gonna
direct
divert.
druid. The fighter's kind of out on a hallway. They're not in front of the window anymore.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, you know where they
I'm
are.
going to attempt. You're going to see both hands come off of the individual in front of me, start dancing kind of in the air slightly as a smoke and light pattern start forming around both hands, pushing them both forward and casting one bolt of Eldritch Blast each on either of the combatants in the other rooms. And the
Okay.
person in the chair is just like losing it at the sight of this.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, go ahead and roll the attacks.
So the first
Slightly
bolt.
higher with the glass. Okay, hold on 1 second, everybody. Stand by the way. Love you. Right, have fun. Okay, go for it. First roll. Laura, your noise.
You're not muted, Laura.
Oh yeah, Laura.
Okay, what were the rolls?
Sorry.
I got let's do my modifiers. 21 and a 17.
They would both hit, but also they streak through the glass. So as you fire off both of these bolts of energy, the first one goes through and it hits the grass and it cracks slightly just as the second one impacts. The first hadn't dissipated yet, so boom, it hits both. And you all hear this as the glass shatters in between this room inward towards these people. Go ahead and roll damage on both of the hits.
Sick.
This is fine.
This is fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
You're
totally
literally
cool.
standing in the middle of fire while saying this, by the way.
Totally fine.
This is
It's fine.
6 plus my modifier for 3, so 9 and 12.
Wow. Not bad, everybody. As in one round, you're just like, bam, bam, like somebody teleports through and slashes and energy goes flying through and there's fire and bees and everything else. Top of the round, Sirocco, you're up.
So now that I can see the other two in the room, correct?
Yes.
I want to move forward and towards them, pulling out my greatsword, and I am gonna make them bleed. Reroll. That is gonna be a 16 to hit.
That hits against who? The fighter or the druid?
The fighter.
Okay, so you skirt past the spellcaster and are flanking with chance, so you had advantage on that strike. If you want to go for the crit.
I didn't get it.
Okay, so yeah, that hits still, though. Go for it.
All right, that is gonna be the wrong mouse. 7 plus 3 damage, 10. Let me make sure I did not take a thing that makes my damage better, which I didn't. So it's 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And for my second attack, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to give it to him again. I have an advantage. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
10 more damage. Make the fire.
Okay.
3 damage to everybody in 10 feet of me.
All right. So you jump through, you put your hand on the glass. It would have been a point of damage, but you don't care. As you're just focused through, you bump past and then come through one swing, come through with the second, and he's just barely standing. You release the fire. How do you want to do this for the first kill?
So after my second swipe, when I like release the fire damage, I just want like this like blast to come out from her. Burn him down.
Yeah. So first strike, second, you open up just a little bit and you send the flames in. And Chance, you're watching as you're fighting with this person. All of a sudden, full on out of the eyes and mouth, just fire erupts outward. As you also take 3 points of fire damage because you are now in space.
Yep.
So it's like, cool. Ow. Cool.
My fur is like singeing all around me.
Yeah. If there were eyebrows, they'd be gone.
Yeah.
All right.
Or whiskers.
The whiskers are a little shorter now. Yeah, they're kind of cinched off. All right, is that your go? Is that everything?
Not the beans.
Yeah, if I have any more movement. What's up, love?
I just said not the beans.
Oh, I thought you were Lurai. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you love.
So good. So good. Love, murder.
The
It's
rest
all
of my
good here.
movement, I want to. With the rest of my movement, I want to put myself next to the druid to make sure that I am the most convenient target.
Okay, yeah. So you just take a half a step back, and you're 5 feet away, and you just turn around and wait, no, sorry, not rage. So it's just you just turn around and you just stare, silently stare in. All right, Chance, you're up.
Just whooshing.
All right. I will. I'll try my best to get around, probably in this compact area, to the other side of the druid, flanking with Soroku.
Just able to wedge your way through. Sure, go for it.
Okay. And then I will make my first attack with my dagger.
Yep. Stabby.
At advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So with advantage, it's going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
And you have sneak attack on this one.
Yes. And then that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage. And 10 points of sneak attack for sneak attack.
Okay.
Bonus action, disengage outside of the, or disengage towards the door.
Okay.
Back towards the door.
You don't even need to bother. How do you want to do this?
Okay. Let's see. I think I just want to bean him in the head and just right in the eyeball, and then take him down to the ground. Slipping the knife out, there's just a spray of crimson across the front of Soroku.
Okay. So as you run around behind her, take the knife over the shoulder, rack in, and then just pull upwards. Yeah, Sirocco, the front of your dress, which is now also a little singed, now gets just a little bit. No?
Fireproof.
No? Okay. It's fireproof? Yeah, you would have prepared for that. But you're able to dodge most of it, but like one drop of blood hits near the
blood
bottom.
is fine.
Okay, so then a nice spray of blood comes across the bottom of it as it just accents the nice color scheme that you have set up, and just right across, like right at the thigh level as the druid goes down. With that, you have somebody terrified screaming in a chair, and a room that is, as the druid goes down, the bees dissipate into a cloud of dust. What's happening next?
Is initiative broken now?
Initiative's broken at this point. Like,
Okay.
There's nobody immediately threatening you all in this room.
Cage, I will hold this person down. We all know. Soroku, please hold this person down. Cage, you need to make sure that nobody is looking outside and assure people that nothing is going on inside of this chamber.
With that, I'm going to drop my Fey presence and quickly mask myself as the individual sitting in the chair with disguised self. Just a quick flash of smoke. And having heard their voice and having seen them, I'm now just going to step outside the door and put a out of order sign on the door.
As he opens the door, I'm going to use Druidcraft to make it smell like roses and flowers and stuff right outside the door.
I'm just gonna
That
stand out
helps.
there, arms crossed.
That helps. So, Cage, you make your way up and you stand out, and they're like, "I'm sorry. What is going on? I heard some noises, and is the auction still proceeding as planned? What happened to the people who were in before us?"
Let's just say the items in the auction today are so good. We had a couple unsavories trying to get in. Have no worry. We are getting back to speed here shortly.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Sure. Natural 20.
Oh. Yes, very well. Whatever you have to do, I'm on a somewhat tight schedule today, so if we could be proceeding on time, that would be extremely important to me.
You have my assurances.
Okay, and with that, the man walks away. That was the really tall, orcish fellow with the sword. It's just like a little bit taller than you, so it's kind of down like that. But yeah, you already rolled for them.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
No, earlier, and I described it. Yeah, this is the one with the tattoos on the arm and the one sleeve missing.
Oh, okay.
With
I did not follow up with them.
with it being clear, I'm going to pull a small piece of copper wiring from the actual hem of my garment that's been hemmed in just nicely, crinkle it up in front of my face, and basically just whisper, "Coast is clear," and send it off into a little fizzle into the room and send that to Chance.
Okay, you hear Cage's voice in your head as you're moving through. So you have one screaming person who you're currently restraining, and two bodies. What are the three of you all doing in this space?
I'm holding the alive person.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll look down the exit and just open it slightly to see what's down through the door.
Make a perception check for me as you're trying to peek through like the little crack of the door.
That was not a good roll.
Use a
It's a 10.
reroll.
Should I do a reroll?
We have like 5. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, fine. I'll do a reroll. All right, reroll. Slightly better. 19.
19. Oh, just a little better. Double. Just a little. So yeah, you make your way through and you see a somewhat familiar hallway. One that you had accessed a day prior. This is one of the hallways that you were escorted through when you were taking the item that you added to the actual auction. This is so it's one of the VIP areas that you had just been escorted through because there's no easier way to get around. The large double doors that you had seen closed that day are now open, and you see a octagonal, like the opening into an octagonal room with benches set up and a central stage, like not high, like a little 2-foot high stage that's brightly lit from the top, with two guards who are pacing back and forth, and right now are approaching the end of the tunnel and are soon going to be turning around and heading back in your direction.
Okay. I'll close the door silently.
Easy enough.
There's 2 more guards headed this direction. We either need to deal with them or get around them as quickly as possible.
Sirocco, who is holding this person down, reaches down and slides the hem of her dress up just high enough so that you can see the 3 sharp knives that are on her thigh holster, as well as a deck of cards.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, here we go.
Unless you have a better idea.
It looks like a small room with not much to do, so I guess we Hail Mary this one.
We could stack our bodies as much as we can, but it will not make for a pretty exit. We need to handle this situation in here. If I go discover where the items are currently located, will you be able to deal with these bodies and any sort of discrepancies with this individual here?
I'm not good at solutions that don't involve a permanent end. So
We
gonna need
some
one of my
information.
hired help to take that one.
Well, maybe ask Cage to interrogate this one for more information.
Yeah, that.
Cage is still out. Someone
yep,
needs
I'm
to.
still outside.
Okay, I'll send a message. I'll send a message to Cage.
Would you be able to assist us in interrogating this person further?
Who is going to keep watch? I reply.
I'll just.
I can interrogate him, but I'm not that good at getting information out of people.
All right, I got this.
So the
Tell me where
guards-
the items are. I take my hand off her mouth. Tell me where the items are.
Wait, her?
Him.
Wait, who's still alive? It was the dude in the room. Okay, just checking.
Yeah, the dude.
Just checking. I just wanted to make sure because that's way different information you get. Dude, the auction is right across the hallway. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Then tell me why your life is still valuable. What are the items?
So many different things. Stones and weapons. The book, the contract, please don't kill me.
What is lot W7?
What is lot W7?
Oh, I can't. I'm not. I don't know the W's. I only know
In
the.
this moment, outside of the door, Cage is going to use a little bit more of that copper, and in the voice of the person that's in the room, having heard it with his actor feet, going to send a message with their own voice in their head, exclaiming they need to give all the information with no hesitation.
Cool. That mingles in perfectly with his own thoughts at this moment, as he is. As Sirocco, you notice, like, as this person is laying underneath you with, like, your knee pressing them in one position, like, you notice, like, a small puddles beginning to form on the floor. Like, they are terrified in this moment. They're like, please don't, I've told you everything I know. I've told you everything I know. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Okay.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Okay.
It's across the hall.
Yes.
You will stay in here. You will not leave. You will not breathe. You will stay here. And if I see you ever again, you're dead. And then we're going to leave.
Okay, make it an intimidation check with advantage. like I need to check, but this is
21.
yeah. Okay. I'll stay here.
We're already gone. So we're gonna burst out
Okay.
the room.
The three of you exit through the door into that hallway, and you ahead of you, 10 feet across the hallway, is the door to that octagonal room that you already see a couple other groups that have been seated inside of that space, and it looks like they're currently waiting for the auction to happen.
Great. We're gonna go in.
Okay.
Have a
So you
seat.
walk in towards
Casually.
the auction.
But before we go in, Chance is going to turn into a mouse, wild shape into a mouse,
Good choice.
Okay. So
and the owl is going to continue to fly into the room and find a perch.
okay, make a stealth check for the owl.
Okay.
So I see how much anybody notices this. We have now a
Cage.
pocket druid mouse.
Cage is going to be leaning back on this door, still keeping watch, but is quickly going to switch telepathically with the spider that he implanted on in the hair weave and
Still.
listen to what's happening in that room.
It's real.
Yeah, that's the familiar. Yeah, so it's still there. So your
Right.
eyes go white, your hearing dissipates, and you hear the three of them. It's like, get in the room. We're sitting down.
The owl rolled a natural 1 for stealth.
Good to know. Okay. Perched up on top of a light.
Some of the
right
like
next-
staff are trying to like swat you down.
Yeah, like there's a broom, just like get out of here, get out of here.
It just continues. I instructed it to just fly and find other perches within the.
Yeah, so it's just as it's being shooed around this space, you're watching two people with a broom and a mop just chase an owl around the building as like one of the other groups just starts chuckling.
And as a mouse, I'm going to go up towards the stage and look for any entrances or exits out of this area towards like a back room.
Okay. So as you start skittering around, there are two things that you notice immediately. There's a nice red velvet carpet set up that it looks, and it actually has like directional markings integrated into the weave of it. So like there's very subtle arrows that are pointing along the side as something that it looks like it's been set up intentionally. So items will be coming in from a door on the eastern side of the room, coming to the central podium, and then exiting on the western side of the room. So that's what you notice. Secondly, you notice a certain white-haired cat sitting with her Earth Genasi guest at one of the opposite set of benches to where you originally entered in. You couldn't have seen them because of the light, but as you and your mouse form skitter up towards the center and your eyes adjust, you're able to see more of the faces in the crowd, and you see the two of them sitting off on one side.
Currently in mouse form and with no one around me, I think. Is there an open chair?
So
next
it's like
to her?
it's rows of benches.
Okay.
So you could. She's sitting right next to the person that she is with. But like the benches are relatively open.
Okay. In mouse form, I'm gonna go to the bench behind her,
Okay.
and then I'll shift out of my form
Oh.
and then lean forward. Be like, "Oh, hello, lovely. What are you doing here today?"
Are you trying to be stealthy so that her companion doesn't see you?
Yes.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. 26.
What the
Plus 10 itself.
Okay. As you walk up and you just place a hand on the little bit of on her neck, and you, hello, lovely. What are you doing? She is in mid conversation with her companion at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
She just giggles for a moment, but not like to what they just said. That wouldn't have made sense. So just like
Okay.
a little.
And then using Druidcraft, I'll form a flower just and place it towards her shoulder.
Okay.
And then
So,
with
drop
message. Yep, with message, I'll say, "I think I'll be back for you later."
Oh my.
Okay. And where you go?
And then I'll shift back into my mouse form.
Oh no.
So I've
Burning
burned both of my wild shapes.
No.
All right.
And then start heading up towards where I know the items are going to be coming onto the stage.
Okay. You make your way up along and skitter your way through, and you enter into the same room that you had dropped off your luck stone at earlier. So you're in this same place where you see your luck stone, which has been set up. You see the signet ring, which has been set up. You see this gorgeous two-handed spear with like this tassel of blue and silver cording off of one side, which is on a little pedestal, currently just being held up. You see a book inside of a glass case. You also notice and also that black, somewhat crystalline-looking scimitar, which is curving over with a light that's shining on it, seems to be dimmer than any other light in the room. You also notice a few other new items have been added to the space. You see a scroll currently embossed with a silver chain around it, 3 loops, and then locked shut with a silver lock that has been set inside of another glass case, which is secured, as well as a small wooden box. It looks kind of like a jewelry box with 4 ornate legs and ornate carvings and designs, very intricate pattern work across all of the visible faces of this box as it sits slightly raised up on top of like this little satin blue pillow. And you also see about a baseball-sized sapphire. Also in a glass case, also set up, and all of these have little placards in front of them that are currently established.
Okay. Since my mage hand, first, before that, are there any guards in this space right now?
Make a perception check using the mouse.
Using the mouse. Okay, I'm using rat stats right now.
That works. That's close enough.
Oh, dang. I did not realize a rat has such good perception. They have a +8 to perception.
Wow.
Dang.
So that is 16 plus 8 will be a 24.
There are 2 guards currently guarding the room. One who you had snuck by to get in from the octagonal room, and then one at the door, the other door entrance to this room, the one that you entered in during your prep stages of the heist.
Okay. And so that one is currently guarding a door?
Yes. They're facing inward at the moment, sitting on a chair, facing inward to the room, but they're guarding, like they're next to the door that you would use to get in. They're just on the inside.
Okay. And then the only other exit is towards the stage.
Yes, and that's just an open air door. There's a slight curtain, which is currently drawn across the space, but you're able to sneak underneath as a mouse. And there's a guard at that curtain facing outward, visible inside the octagonal room, not the one you're in.
Okay.
Well, you figure out what you're going to do.
Yep.
How about the other 3 of you? Let's check on you quick. Where are you all at?
I think,
Sat down at a table, right?
yeah, the 2 of us are sat at a table, and I think Cage is still going through the owl eyes.
Still looking through the eyes of the spider.
The
spider. That's
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so you're looking through the eyes of the spider. As the 2 of you are in that octagonal room, a new guard named Bobby walks into the room and positions themselves on the opposite door, directly opposite where the one that you currently see is, as another guard is added to the mix.
I'm gonna casually sending Stone Chance. What's in the room?
I'm assuming he's making mouse noises at the movie.
Oh, damn.
Cheep, cheep.
Yeah, it's just
You know, I can't understand that. Do you understand this?
I don't understand anything that he's saying. I don't speak mouse. I could turn into a mouse and then try and understand it, but that might be a waste of a spell.
I do love how we both speak primordial. And probably no one else on this in this casino
No one else will hear.
So I'm imagining you're having this conversation in Primordial then, just for extra stealth sake. So it's like,
Everyone looking around and fucking so stealthy. I can make us invisible if you want.
Can I?
Yeah.
The sending stone, is it like a? Am I also picking up this message, or
it's
did
a
I hear what you
telepathic
said?
response. So no, it's
Okay.
audio to speak into it. The response is telepathic. So no, you would not have heard.
It's on my.
You would have
voicer.
heard the. You would have heard the. I can't understand that.
Red.
Yeah.
Does comprehend languages work with mouse speak? No, I'm kidding.
I don't think mice actually speak a language.
That you know of.
Look,
All right.
according to the Dungeon Master manual, no, just probably not. You'd have to do speak with animals for that. So,
Sure.
Starbuck, what were you saying?
So are we just ready to are we ready to bust shit out because we got half an hour left? We have no items in our hands and I'm ready for some chaos.
I can make us invisible and we can go into the room quietly and then leave noisily if that's slightly better.
Oh yeah, that works for me.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
According to my schedule, you have an hour left. Is that
You have an hour left.
Oh, we have an hour left. Oh, we
have an hour.
we're good stealthy both ways.
I just wanted to be sure we all have the same schedule. Just checking.
Yeah, we're good. 4:30.
4:30.
All right.
What a treat!
What a
All right.
treat! More time to murder.
So I will
Yeah.
cast invisibility on both of us at a 3rd level, which means I get to target 2 people. Just kind of place my arm on focus.
So that we're stealthy, I'm gonna pull you under the table first.
There's no
under
table. I
the
thought it was
curtain.
benches.
It's just benches. But yeah.
I mean, we
can
can walk.
under-
We can walk. Yeah, we can
Okay.
walk somewhere and then go invisible. We don't have to do it right there.
Well, we should walk and go get Cage, and then be invisible, and then walk into the room.
Cage is down the hallway, past the guards. We
Through the
can.
murder room.
Yeah, through the murder room. He's standing guard at the murder room, so that no one goes in the murder room and figures out that it's a murder room, and then looks for murderers that cause the murder.
Hold on. It is only 2/3 a murder room, so I would like a little credit.
That's true, but there's also someone that wet their pants, so that's close enough.
That wasn't my fault.
I think it was.
It was not my fault.
They will beg to differ. Between you and Cage, I think it was a combined effort.
Does this
All right, that's fine.
door that I'm currently holding guard at have any kind of locking mechanism?
Yeah, it's lockable from the inside.
I mean, it's locked with fear.
Yeah, I'm just gonna now that I noticed the crowd, whatever, dissipate the guy that was standing there, I'm just gonna try to back into the room and figure out the locking situation so I can rejoin as I'm listening to them discuss
Yeah.
this.
Easy enough to get through the door and to just, there's a little knob that you turn it and you hear a as you feel the door is now secured. You make your
And
way into the
I'm,
room.
Quickly regretting my decision to not get the immovable rod magic item to really make sure the door didn't open, but
I do have a movable object spell, which basically makes anything an immovable rod, but
Yeah. So you make your way into the room. You walk down into the room. There's the dude sitting there on the floor going, "Don't move, don't breathe, don't move, don't breathe, don't move, don't move, don't breathe, don't move." And he sees himself walk into the room, and the eyes just go wider. It's like,
I'm just gonna walk by him. Have a nice day.
Because I told him not to breathe.
Yeah. have a good one. Just gonna Yep. And then he's gonna see me shift back into cage form as I'm walking by him.
oh man.
This dude is not having a good day.
No, he is not. This is, you all just invented a supervillain. So as you make your way through and re-enter, the two of you were talking is like, we should go invisible. Well, we should go into the bench. Cage just walks up and is like, hey guys.
What's up?
Perfect. So we're gonna grab you and we're gonna pull you into another room. And now we're gonna do the invisible thing.
Okay, I can only do 2 people though. I think Cage can manage himself though. He's also magical. I mean, I could do it at 4th level, and then I could do it for 3 of us. But that's my last 4th level spell, so it depends how big we want to go. If
I
Cage
got
can't,
unlimited murder spell slots, so
it's up to
Well,
Cage.
The plan here is we're going in that room, or are we just checking out a little bit? What's the plan? I caught some of it, but I had to drop my telepathy with my familiar. What are we doing when invisible?
Into the room with all the loot, and then
I'm
work
into
our
it.
way out of there at some point somehow. That we haven't thought about that part yet, but we'll get there.
While you three are casting exposition on each other and figuring out where you're going into the room, Chance, in mouse form, in the room, what do you want to do next?
Is there like a curtain to hide behind? Is there anything that my tabaxi form would be able to hide behind?
There's a couple crates and other things stored in this room that you should be able to get to.
Okay.
By the way, super terrified guy's name is Issa. Issa. Chat was asking. They want to know if he's going to live. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Oh no, we
Alright.
got another chaos donation.
Oh,
we
okay,
have
cool.
two,
Hold on.
actually. We have two.
Yeah, we got 2 to cover. We could leave some of that for the next group too, because I'm pretty sure this is chaos is self-generating. But let me just check.
Yep.
Okay.
So Chance is
It's
going
bad form to
to.
leave leftover chaos.
Oh no, don't
Alright.
worry. I rolled it. It's fine. We'll see what's about to happen.
Chance will telepathically communicate with his owl familiar and tell the owl to fly in past the stage into the room where he's currently in
Okay.
and just cause some sort of distraction in that room.
Okay. So the
Flying
bird
around.
flies. Yeah, the bird flies into the room. The guard who is guarding the curtain from the outside is going to come in to follow the bird. And now the 2 of them in this room are now trying to catch this bird with like
Yep.
spears and with like their spears right now. But that's what they got.
How far away
And-
is this room from where we're at?
About 60 to 80 feet to the door, and then inside the room's like 45 by 20,
Okay.
give or take. You would have been in there, so you would have a rudimentary map of that space specifically.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the 2 that I'm talking with to not worry so much about me getting invisible. I can take care of myself to get in there.
Great, don't fall behind.
How's he supposed to know if he's? Never mind. And then I'll place my hand on her shoulder.
That's super fair.
So we have an invisible wizard and barbarian. Cage, what are you doing?
I'm going to wait for them to actually make it into the room to do my action.
Okay.
I'm just
You
going to
can't-
kind of hang out in the room and
Count to 10.
in the main area. I'm just going to wait. Still have my spider, so I have an idea of where they're going.
Does the spider
Okay.
go invisible? I don't know how that would work.
The spider can.
I'm not gonna bother going with like for this. We'll consider the spider an item because the idea of like this floating spider taking you away seems like really cheeky DM things I wouldn't want to do. So yeah, so the spider goes invisible with Sirocco. You sense the 2 of them enter the room. The bird is floating around. The 2 guards are trying to get it. Chance, what are you doing?
I'm going to go hide behind a barrel and then come out of my form in a hidden state
Yep.
and then use minor illusion to make the sound of Miss Devore saying, "Get that bird out of here. Catch it and make it leave."
Okay. Make a intimidation check. Just to intimidation. That works.
All right.
It's a high DC with it just being a voice from some random VIP, but
Yeah. 15.
15. We're trying, ma'am, through the curtain as they're like trying to get the word. At this point, notice the 2 of you walk through the curtain invisibly.
With them in the room, and now that I have an idea and can telepathically see in the room as the spider, I am going to get back into my own head and start walking towards the room. And as I walk, I just reach up and bite the back of my hand slightly, inflicting pain on myself. And as a reaction to my own harm, I misty escape. A form just clouds from the top of my head down, and you see my body vanish as I'm walking towards, teleporting into that room, and I am invisible now in the room with them.
Nice. Cat. Yay. Look, it's Chance. But you take a point of damage from biting your own hand.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. And then you misty escape your way through. So you're invisible as well?
I am now invisible currently.
So 3 of you are invisible. 1 of you is hiding behind a barrel. The 2 guards are trying to get to this owl that's sitting there. There's a bunch of these items that are sitting either in or out of glass cases on these different pedestals. You're in your target room. What do you want to do?
How big is the distraction that the owl is causing?
They're definitely trying to get it.
Like, is it enough to nab some items at this point?
You don't know.
Can
I'm assuming that they're alarmed.
Yeah, I was going to say, can
They're-
I have a
they're
look at the
definitely,
glass and try and see if there's any kind of magical alarms or physical alarms or anything protecting the items?
Okay, so just looking them over.
Yeah, just because we're invisible, so I can walk closely to them and kind of.
Okay. Make a
Investigate.
perception check or investigation if you feel confident enough to like touch them.
Yeah.
Do not touch anything.
Perceptions check it is then.
That's a
Look with
dirty,
your eyes, not
that's
with
a
your
dirty
hands.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay. The cases are very obviously alarmed. You see a small little brass. You notice this, on one of the back corners of all of the glass cases, there's a small brass box. It looks like, well, it's actually like two small brass boxes, one of which is attached to the top and one of which is attached to the pedestal, where they rest neatly on top of each other. That's present for all of the glass-cased items.
Okay.
You don't notice any other physical alarms for the items that are loose and out in the air.
Okay.
Does anyone have that thing that magical people do to make magic not magic anymore?
Dispel magic? No.
Nope.
Not me.
I can dispel magic. At max level for me would be 5, but you're gonna have to really want it because I only have like one spell slot right now.
We're
You have your
here.
rod,
Nothing
right?
else left.
We're here for that black scimitar. Everything
Okay.
else is
For
bonus.
all the items. Get
Oh, the
everything.
lot
Although I do
numbers
want
on
that
the items?
scroll that's chained.
There are numbers on the items. There are lot numbers on the items.
What is
So-
W7? I must know.
They're
What is
all
what?
on.
What is W7?
W7 is the scimitar.
Of course.
Are they all on pedestals?
They all are on pedestals, yes.
Do the pedestals look like they could be lifted?
Make an intelligence check.
Ooh, natural 1.
Reroll.
You're not sure. They look
Oh, yeah,
like a rock.
reroll.
They look stone.
Fine, I'll do a reroll.
Okay.
Yes.
15.
They look pretty heavy, but you've got a badass barbarian on your crew. You might be able to move one of them.
Stick.
Also, I have a powerful build as an orc, so I can lift above my size class.
Two of
I also
them.
cast levitate.
do all the pedestals? Do all the pedestals look like they could fit in the opening of the bag of holding?
With the pedestals themselves as well, it would be hard to get the pedestal through the opening of the bag.
I can cast levitate and levitate up to 500 pounds
There you go.
once.
All right. So the three of you are invisible. One of you is stealth. The guards are now at this point like the owl's starting like they're edging it into a corner. As you're now starting to hear a little bit of a commotion outside of this room.
All right, they're starting the auction. We need to do this, and we need to get out.
Using message, I think it might just be best to dispose of these people because we don't have enough time.
I think you might be right.
Oh, wait, you want me to murder? I cast murder.
Okay, roll to murder. Make
I
an
wanna
attack
walk
with
up behind
advantage.
them?
You're invisible. Make an attack with advantage.
You need to get down. I cannot roll dice around. Grayson. They were both 13s. So it was a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
All right. 13 points of damage.
On the first strike, as you disappear from invisible, the greatsword comes down, cleaving into the shoulder of one of the guards. He's hurt, but he's standing.
Second attack's a nat 20.
Ooh.
Go ahead, roll roll damage.
10 doubled, yeah?
20, yeah.
Or you want me to roll dice twice?
Yeah, no, roll the dice and double the dice.
Okay, so 23 points of damage. I'm sorry, but you're right here.
First strike comes down and catches him in the shoulder. Second one, you just flip the blade around and just cleave head from body. Just, and it goes flying.
I guess Chance will break stealth and go for the other one.
Go ahead and roll to attack. They were not looking at you, so you all have one action. Successful casting of murder, by the way. Good job.
All right, with advantage, it's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. You do have sneak attack.
Right, that's going to be 9 points of piercing damage and 13 points of sneak attack damage. And then bonus action, can I go ahead and use my offhand attack?
Yeah, go for it. As you throw the first dagger and it just lands in the chest, you run up with the second knife in hand. And
that's going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Right. And that's going to be 2 points of piercing damage.
Which is just enough to push it over the threshold. These are just 2 cards. As Sirocco cuts one and decapitates you, throw a dagger, run forward, grab another, and just stab down. Just like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. That's real quiet.
And that's it? That's the only one? They're dead?
That's the 2 guards in the room. They're dead. You
Baffled
hear...
by all the items, Cage just goes, "What the heck?" I had no idea what was going on.
After that, like, that was quick, but it wasn't quiet. So you hear from the other room behind the curtain, a distant voice is like, "What was that?" And you have a moment in this room with all
Cage.
of the items laid bare in front of you. What do you take? What are you going in for?
Black Scimitar.
Okay, you go to pick up the black scimitar. It feels cold in your hands as you go to touch it. And you're now holding this weapon. Where what are you doing? Where are you putting it?
I'm gonna sheathe my sword. This is my new sword.
Okay. You have to attune to it.
And you're carrying out an item.
You have to attune to
in
it. but You have the sword.
That's fine.
All right. So you're holding this new blade. As you feel like as you swing it, the air behind it feels cold as you're moving it. As you just start swinging it around, like a little trail of a cold front follows it as you move your hand. You're
It
holding.
definitely feels like a purple sword.
Maybe.
100% purple sword.
Okay, but you now have this weapon. What is everybody
All right,
else
right.
going for?
What is not under a glass case that is palm sized?
The Stone of Luck is available. If you want that, you want your Stone of Luck. You have the baseball. You have the baseball sized sapphire.
Okay.
You have the signet ring. No, the signet ring was inside of the box. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have a 2-handed spear, which is currently just on a little weapon resting place, but there's nowhere near palm sized. There was the large blue and white vase with silver threading. It's about yay big if you wanted to grab that. There's a pair of boots, which I forgot to mention earlier, that are just sitting on a nice little cushion. There's the intricate box, which has been set up, which is sitting on a little cushion there as well. And that's all of the things that are not inside of a case.
Okay. Chance is gonna grab the nice looking box. Do I know what item number that is?
That is lot number. I tabbed away from that. M13.
Oh, that's the unwritten one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna palm that and put that in the bag of holding.
Okay, so it's about yay big, and you shove it into the bag of holding, and you grab that.
Yep.
All right, next. Where you going, Cage?
Point of interest.
Yes.
How long have we been here?
In the entire heist so far?
so far?
I'd say a little over an hour.
Would I have had any point in time to recast my unseen servant ritual?
Oh, that's hard. You
Disregard.
haven't really been alone at all. I
Which is
unfortunately have
the
to say no.
scariest item on display? Which of the item looks the most intimidating just off first glance?
Physical presence, probably
Oh,
the
that's
simple.
absolutely me.
Yeah, physical presence, definitely the Centaur.
The one that looks like it would be the most difficult to take.
Difficult to take. The things in the cases look like they'd be
For
hard to
me.
take. Also, Soroka. But the things in the cases.
I want at your discretion. I want at your discretion whichever item that my patron's coin given to me in that bar one fateful evening to tell me.
So you pull the coin up to your ear?
Yeah, what am I taking?
All right, kid. I hear you. What are you looking for today?
What here? You see the items. You see through my eyes. What here is going to be the item that gets us that thrill for the day?
Well, I mean, you know what I like. You know what I'm really here for, right? Contracts, bonds, the kind of thing that get people going, the things that make people spill blood. That is what you should be looking for, my friend.
You got it, boss. I put the coin back in my pocket, and I want to go for the
Y'all get
contract.
me now! As it fades away as you continue working your way through. Okay. So based off of that, hard to say. Contracts, bonds, the kinds of things that people spill blood for.
Seems like there was a contract available on the item list, correct?
There was a lot which was mentioned, and yeah, looking at the lot numbers, it is that scroll with the silver chain that's currently wrapped around it. That's inside one of the cases.
Yeah, Papa Cage is taking that.
Okay. How are you opening the cage? You just lifting it up off?
Can
I
check the
am
body?
going to
Keys?
do a quick check to make sure if there's enchantments or anything on this cage.
Enchantments? How are you guys check for magic?
Arcana check, possibly?
Go for it. That works.
15? Actually, let me check my... I have a... 20, dirty 20.
30-20. There's nothing inherently magical about the protection itself, but you do know about enchantments that can be imbued into objects. And brass is one of the metals that takes enchantments very well. But you don't see anything inherently visible.
In it for the thrill. I'm going to open that bad boy. Let chaos reign.
You lift the case up. The scroll is sitting there in front of you.
I grab it.
No.
Grab the scroll. Into your pocket.
All right.
All right, I'm good.
Okay.
That was
Finn, what are you going for?
What looks to be the most unique as a collector of ornate, unique items like Pokemon?
Okay. So
Well, it doesn't have to be the most valuable, just the most unique. That's what
the puzzle box was definitely unique. The scroll was definitely unique. There's a large book that's inside another one of those cases with gold filigree. Like the edges of the pages are all gold lined.
So the puzzle box and the
Puzzle box and the scroll have already been picked up by your teammates. The scimitar is picked up. There's the vase, but that's pretty large. There's a sphere. There's also the signet ring, which is sitting on a pillow inside of a glass case.
I will go for the book.
You go for the book?
Yes.
Same deal. You're just lifting the case up and off?
Can I check the guards quickly to see if they have any kind of key or anything on them that would dispel
Make
the
a very
magic?
quick investigation check. You are all also running out of time as you now start hearing
I'll reroll.
some people coming your way. As you hear
Are
that
they coming?
thump,
Are they
you-
coming from the stage or from the door?
Oh,
Make
that
a
is a
perception check.
26.
Make a perception check.
17.
For perception? Okay.
11.
11? Yes. Are they coming for the stage of the door? Yes.
Both.
Point of interest, I should
You
still
hear
be
footsteps
invisible
starting to
as I've
approach
not
you from
casted
multiple
anything.
directions. You hear footsteps starting to approach you from multiple directions. You find a small little cylindrical copper tube that has it looks like a black material of some kind on the end of it that's exactly opposite where it's hanging off of their belt.
Okay.
And you grab that and you look at it and you see like a similar metallic circle carved into the brass.
All right, I stick it in.
So you stick it on, it just touches, and you hear the slightest little.
All right. Remove the glass cage and grab the book.
Lift the case up, grab the book,
My robes.
shove the book in a robe. All right, the four of you are now all standing in this room with items. What's up, Soroka?
I want to throw an illusion on the opposite side of the room.
Roll.
Before someone busts in here.
Roll for the card.
You ready?
Or pick the card.
Oh, no.
10 of clubs. Oh, no, I need to pick it up what it is.
10 of clubs is a hill giant.
All right, so you reach, you pull up the dress to the holster on your thigh. You're like, dagger, nah. You pull out one card.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pull them out.
Pull out Yu-Gi-Oh! Pull it out, flip it. You throw it across the room as this illusion, this creature starts to grow up and illusory and start moving around. As that's happening, the curtain to where you're to the room that you're in splits open, and standing there in the curtain is this white-haired tabaxi looking in the room. What are you doing?
I roll to fall in love.
Oh my god.
Somebody's already in love, so.
What are you doing here?
Please, come with me. Come with me. Run away, please. Just come with me.
I'm not going. You're about to be captured by every guard in this building.
He might be.
No. I just scored really big. I did this all for you.
Chance. There are no third chances. And she just starts backing away
No.
from the curtain a little bit.
No.
And
No,
turns and starts going into a run. What are you doing?
I just have my hand out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go after her.
And you fucking after her, yes!
Come back, please.
You start
I'm begging
chasing.
you.
All right, so you start chasing Snowball out the curtain through the door. The other three of you, and the door to the hallway bursts open. Poof! Stop right! Ah! As they're looking at the three of you and the hill giant in the room. What are you doing?
I think only one of us
I
is visible.
throw another card.
You throw another card. Roll again.
What?
I think the only one who's visible is Sirocco.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9 of diamonds. What's the 9 of diamonds?
It's an ogre mage.
The hill giant. Whoa! And now you throw a card behind them and stepping through the wall. As they start casting a spell towards everything. There are 8 guards. One of them is coming after you, Sirocco. 3 are heading towards the thing over there. 3 are turning around to face the guard. What are you doing with the guard that's coming at you?
I'm gonna act like a damsel.
As you're holding one of the items from the auction.
Literally. Yep.
Wait,
And-
stop right there.
As Chance is running, as Chance is running,
Throw another card. Okay, as Chance is running.
as Chance is running, he's just gonna say, "They murdered everybody. They're murdering everybody. But Snow, please come back. You need to save yourselves."
It's just a hobgoblin.
It's just a hobgoblin. Okay, no one really notices this one as you throw it in the corner behind a bunch of barrels, and now there's a hobgoblin there with a sword, like, and like people are too obsessed with the ogres at this point. Like you have an ogre giant and a hill giant, an ogre mage and a hill giant, like really obsessing. But it'll help. It'll help in a
I
second.
will grab Soroka's arm and recast my last 3rd level spell, Invisibility.
Wait, what are you doing that? Wait. Oh, that's going to drop it on you.
Yeah, but I can do it to myself because it's 3rd level.
Oh,
so
you can do 2 people.
drop it,
level,
and then
level,
I'll do it again, yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So wait, and then bink, you blink out of existence as the 2 of you are
Soroka
now.
knows what you're doing, and she just goes,
And then bink, blink out of existence. All right, 3 of you are invisible in the room, surrounded by illusions and about a dozen guards.
You got 1 hour.
You are booking it through the room. You make it to a secondary entrance to the VIP area that you're in. You start making your way down the stairs.
During that time, can I cast Disguise Self as a guard running after Snow?
Sure. So you take a moment, you disguise self, and you're now
Yes.
a guard. You're not yourself, but you're still chasing her. What are you doing?
I'm just yelling out, "Come back! Come back! We need to talk."
Okay. She's not turning around just yet. At some point, you also notice that Earth Genasi person that she was with is now also like coming down the stairs, just like, hold on, wait, what's going on? What's going on?
I'm gonna turn back.
Behind you. He's a bit
I'm
behind you.
gonna turn
Right.
back, and I'm go away.
Make an intimidation check as a random dude.
Well, no, I'm a guard.
You're a guard. Okay.
Step back, sir. Boy, that's not good. 14.
14. It's like, no, and he just pushes you aside, and now he's he's ahead of you, and you're in this chase after Snowball. Where are you going?
Are there any other guards around?
Nah, I mean there's a couple, but at the moment most people are headed in the opposite direction. As you think that some sort of alarm has been tripped, as a lot of people are starting to collect through.
At this point, I'm just gonna try to like trip him and
Make a dexterity check.
All right, just a general dexterity or acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics or athletics to get the trip.
Okay, natural 20 for acrobatics.
You catch his ankle and just fall down the stairs, rolling down the stairs. He takes
Tabaxi speed, full sprint. I'll use my feline agility, full sprint towards Snowball.
Yeah. All right. So he takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage from falling down the stairs, and just boom, 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 boom.
Stay down.
He's dazed at the bottom of the stairs, sprawled out everywhere. You are full on Tabaxi cat sprinting after another Tabaxi who is also using her Tabaxi agility to get out of here in the moment. So the 2 of you are running. What are the 3 of you doing?
running towards the balcony, throwing cards behind me.
Okay, start picking cards. You said you weren't going to use 12 charges.
Full gambit illusions.
I lied.
I know. Go for it. 2 of spades.
That seems small. You're fine.
So you're just trying to find a balcony, just a general balcony?
Yeah, we know that there's a balcony, and we want to get out to the balcony.
To the balcony, to the interior casino, or an exterior balcony?
Exterior.
Exterior. Okay, you don't know where one is exactly. Roll just a d20 for me. Let's just see how quickly you find one.
Reroll. We only have 2 left now.
How quickly do you find one?
Everything hinges on this.
Well, you got 2 more if you really
10.
need them.
You rolled a 10? Okay. So you check the first door, and the people inside, they're just sitting in this room. It's like a nice little smoking lounge that they're in a little inset pit around something that looks kind of like a hookah. And all of a sudden, you're all invisible. So the door's just poof, open, and then 2 of spades. What's behind you?
A goblin.
Okay. So the door's just, oh, shit. Oh, no. What did you do? You just pulled the dragon. You just pulled the dragon.
It's a beholder.
Oh, God. Okay, so the doors are here, and the doors burst open, and then there's a goblin standing there. And they're like, ah! And they start running out into the hall, and they're booking it down the hall in the exact opposite direction of you. You drop down another card, and a beholder comes out, ah! With the eyes flying everywhere. At this point, the guards are so confused. No one knows what's going on as you just start booking your way through the hallway. Your second door gets thrown open. It's just a bedroom. It's just like a hotel suite. There's no one currently in this room. You're in a hotel suite. There is an exterior balcony in this room. What are the three of you doing?
Dropping whatever this is.
Ten of spades. Oh god.
That's gonna be big.
It's a frost giant.
There's a frost giant. Okay, there's no one even in the room with you yet, but you drop the frost giant. Like it arises up out of this illusory card that's dropping on the ground. At this point, the three of you are invisible in the room. The frost giant is there. It's just swinging because it's just an illusion, but it's not. No one's there yet. But you're in this room. You hear guards running down the hallway behind you. The first one gets to the door. Is like, oh god, not another one. As the three of you are standing there, what are you doing?
We're gonna jump off the balcony.
Okay.
Why
Is
are you leaving
everybody
a breadcrumb trail of
What's that?
illusions? Why are you leaving a breadcrumb trail of illusions to exactly where we're going?
That is. I have an 8 intelligence. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
As the mastermind of this casino, as Casino Heist.
All right. Well, how will we jump?
I do have a 12 charisma though.
There you go. All right, so you burst open the French doors onto this small balcony. A 2 of diamonds is dropped on the balcony. What appears? 2 hearts.
Something small.
Oh, it's another goblin.
Okay, another goblin. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I was just standing on
I'm gonna throw this
Queen
behind
of
me.
Diamonds. Oh my god.
The fire
Fire
giant.
giant. So the frost giant and the fire giant are currently having an illusory battle in the middle of this room. As the three of you are standing on the balcony. You are standing over an open street. You are on the 3rd floor, looking down. There is a 1-story tall house across the street from you. It's a 10-foot street. It's a 30-foot drop. What are the three of you doing?
We can jump that.
And Sirocco jumps. Just down you go.
Yeah.
All right. Make a dexterity saving throw for me while the two of you are now standing on the balcony.
That's a natural 19, so 21.
21. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You have it down to 6 as you whack into the ground. You like twist an ankle a little bit, but you're invisible. Nobody saw it. It was still a good landing in your eyes. You're fine. You can walk away from it. You're still holding the sword in your hands now. It does at one point like ping, ding, ding, ding onto the ground, but you pick it back up and it disappears again as it re-enters your person. What are the two of you doing?
Cage is going to cast Spider Climb on himself and just start walking down the side of the wall.
Yep. So just the boots go on and you turn and you stick a foot on and the other foot and just walking down. So now the only person standing on the balcony is Finn.
All right, Finn is going to run, jump off, and just before he hits the ground, he's going to shout, "Sorry, Sirocco," and turn into an owl, dropping invisibility as he polymorphs into an owl and just takes off.
Okay, so you polymorph into it like a regular owl or a giant owl?
No, just a small owl.
Okay, so a regular like barnyard owl.
Yeah.
And
start taking off to the meeting spot.
And you start heading off towards your escape route, your boat, as you're going. So Sirocco, you're now standing in the street, sword drawn, right outside of the casino.
I'm not standing. I'm booking it towards the boat.
Full speed, double dash, running as fast as you can, just booking it towards the boat. You hear a couple guards. It's like, wait,
I got 80
wait!
feet around, baby.
All right, so it's not only the casino guards, it's also like the general city guard is now seeing a woman with a sword running through the middle of the street being chased. So, just running through, and you get a couple people chasing. Make like a general athletics check to like outrun everybody, or stealth check to hide to break line of sight. Uh-oh.
That is gonna be a dirty 20 for some stealth.
Oh, come on. That's my job to play with you when a roll happens. Okay. So yeah, so you're able to duck out into an alcove. You burst your way through a door. There's just a
We'll also
little
leave them with this, though. This is me.
So you drop an illusory yourself somewhere along the way, take an alternate turn, bust through a door to a little old lady sitting at a table just having her breakfast. Hello, dearie. and just sitting there. Would you like some tea?
Got a boat to catch, but thanks.
All right. As you make your way out of the room, so the three of you are now successfully heading towards the boat. Chance, you are in full sprint, trying to keep up with Snowball. You eventually get to a point where you get to an alley. You book the corner, and she's turned around, and she's standing there facing you to confront you as you're now running behind her.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I just had to pull one last job, and then we could run away forever. And you can come with me. We can go to the cabin in the woods we've always dreamed about. Have a wonderful tower where nobody could reach us. I want to be with you.
This is your third last job? Fourth?
Sure. Third is a good number. Yes. Yeah. But this is it. This is it. We can do it. We can finally run away.
And what is it you had this time? A book, a ring, something else small?
I'm gonna pull out slightly the box from my bag of holding.
A jewelry box?
Well, it certainly had a lot of question marks attached to it. It could be worth tens of thousands of gold. Enough for everything we could ever want.
I've found what I want, Chance.
What?
Oh no.
What do you mean?
And she walks up to you and puts a hand on the side of your face. Good luck, Chance. Taps it. And then just starts walking away.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
So where are you going? Are you going to the boat?
I think I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna sulk for a little while.
You just stand there on the boat as the rest of your crew convenes on the Paragon, a ship that you had earlier charted.
I want to use a flashback without the crew.
What did you do? Oh, all
I get on
right.
a different boat.
Okay, so you've arranged a second ship to be your.
The crew thinks that we are meeting on some stupid boat. But Sirocco heads to the Merchant Prince's boat.
Okay. So as the rest of the two of you actually only make your way onto the boat, waiting for the rest of your crew to arrive. Sirocco is nowhere to be seen. Chance is nowhere to be seen. You wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Chance, do you ever go?
I think I'm so disheartened at this point. I don't even want to show my face. I'm just gonna disappear into the woods.
Disappear to a different direction. The two of you standing on the boat. The captain's like, "Are we going?"
I don't really know, Gage. I didn't calculate this possibility before we began.
I kind of did from the beginning. It smelled fishy from the get-go.
I thought that was just the druid craft, but perhaps I was mistaken.
I'm so tempted to have seen whether or not my spider was still there and Dimension Door and say, "What do you think you're doing?"
Oh yeah, yes, spiders.
Oh no, she definitely would have pulled it off in the street.
That's fair.
She's dumped you at Grandma's house.
Yeah. So yeah, you flick in and you see this old lady sitting at her table over a pot of tea.
You don't happen to have a Forable sword, do you?
Me?
No, the old lady in there with tea.
Grandma, also
through
played
a
by
spider. It's through a spider, so it's like, and they're just like, what was that, sweetie? As the two of you standing on the deck of the ship, do you leave? Do you stay?
I don't know about you, kid, but I think I got better places to be as I pat on the scroll that's in my bag.
I suppose so. I guess we were too trusting, or at least I was this time.
You had yourself pretty well back there. I think you could take the place of my long past brother, Nico. Yeah, I'm just a Nico-less cage now.
What happened to Nico, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, typically, being master thieves, we were in and out, just gone in 60 seconds. But the job got too hot for him, and now he's just a little ghost rider on my shoulder.
I would happily be your Nico any day. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
So as the two of them head off in a flash, wondering what's next, heading off to Nico's homeland, where he is in fact heading off to Cage's homeland, where he is in fact a national treasure. Our four thieves head off in disparate directions, and our story comes to a close. Thank you all so much for playing. Do you want to know what you got?
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
First, I want to know
So-
the other 3 things that would have come out of this deck. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we
I'm
had
so
3
angry
more.
right now.
Okay. It would have been another me.
Another you.
Queen of Hearts.
That's like a red dragon or something. It's something ridiculous.
A succubus. I did not know
Nice.
this
A
was.
different kind of distraction.
And another ogre.
Nice. So,
I do want to make it quickly known, though, while the whole bomb of Nicolas Cage still exists, my fancy splash screen was beautifully made after Nicolas Cage's likeness by our artist for the swords, Valais.
Yes.
Absolutely stunning Nick
Wow.
Cage.
Absolutely amazing. And then Starbuck, I don't know if you want to post the art for Sirocco that you had made as well. If you want to post it in the chat or something.
Twitter.
Sirocco's on Twitter, yeah. Amazing character art. So, in order of everybody, the puzzle box is the box that you received is a currently unsolved puzzle box left behind by a wizard who was just his tower was abandoned one day, and this was the only thing remaining inside. No one has yet to be able to solve what lies inside
Wow.
I
to determine
think
what's inside.
Yep. Chance is gonna try to figure that out. His curiosity now piqued that he's gonna forever spend his days trying to find that out with a broken heart.
Curiosity to kill the cat.
The book is the Codex Mortis. It is a mythical book, which, upon reading it, you have a chance to unlock the secret to immortality. But if you fail, you will be trapped within the pages forever.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is the greatest book I've ever found.
The scroll is an open-ended contract from the mercenary company The Chain. Ruthless hellfighters who are stationed out of the city of Brass. Whoever holds the contract has one kill. Anyone. As long as you give it in.
Oh, fuck.
That's going to be used on.
And the sword is the legendary sword Grimfrost. Its weapon and its cut so cold and chilling, the damage dealt with this blade cannot be healed by magical means.
Oof.
That's intense.
And with those 4 magic items now out in the winds, maybe our thieves will come across each other again as friends or likely as enemies. But that is the end of this story.
Holy shit.
Thank you all for playing.
Wow, that was so cool.
Oh my god.
What a wild ride that has been. Thank you so much, Legundo, for that amazing one shot. I'm so impressed, and I'm so disappointed and yet so happy at the betrayal. Thank you
Oh my
so
God.
much for all of you for joining us here to.
Notice she didn't say surprised.
No,
Yeah.
not Starbuck.
Not at all.
I've spent a lot of time with Starbuck these past few weeks, so I, you know.
If you're surprised, you clearly did not read my character backstory that I posted for everyone to read.
Yeah,
I
no, it
literally
was there.
said that I left in my wake like a mass of jilted lovers and past crews.
Burnt bridges.
Yeah, so you all were amazing, and you got us to 225 euros away from our 4,500 stretch goal, which I think, including all the pledges that were made to your Kickstarter,
I'm
means
calculating
that
right
we're
now.
definitely gonna reach that, at least. Which
Well,
is insane.
1 plus 130 plus 25, 25 plus 5.
Also, while he's doing math, I just have to say that I know you guys were looking in chat, and fucking Blaze over here was literally trying to pimp himself for donations, gonna betray us all. So, like, are we just not going to talk about that?
Yeah, but we became partners, so there you go.
Yeah.
Close.
So,
To pulling my own runaway with the prince moment.
hey,
Roll for
Alistine was
romance.
still
This is
sitting
the
there.
true prize here.
Alistine was still sitting there lonely. Like, you could have just gone over and be like, hey, what's up?
Okay.
We'll round it up, and it's just going to be an even $700,
What?
which I will take care of.
What?
That's incredible.
So, yeah, not a problem.
What? That brings us to the next
I think it does,
I
actually.
think the other
Yep.
one, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like
what,
the next probably
600
one or two.
euros? My God.
I think
No,
I don't know how
more.
currencies transfer in this.
Oh God, it's more
American
than 600
dollars
euros,
are less than
but-
euros.
Yeah, but it's $700 is at least 600 euros, a little bit more. So, holy
595.
shit.
there you go.
595. Oh,
All I know is that
spot
every
on.
$10 donation has cost me 10 US or 12 US dollars rather than
yeah.
10 euros.
Yeah, that 600 was spot on. Holy shit.
Wow.
That almost brings us
So
to
we'll round it. We'll round it
5,000.
on the euro side, and we'll just say 600 euro, and we'll go
Nice.
with that. There.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. I was already speechless as I saw 4,500 approaching, but gee, I guess I'm gonna have to make true on my word now at the 5,000 stretch goal. Because spoilers, this brings us up to, let me do brain math. We're currently at around 4,300 plus 600 brings us to 49, and that's not factoring in any of the bundle sales. So
Wow.
Holy shit.
we're definitely gonna pass 5,000.
You put together an amazing event.
Ah!
Yeah, this is awesome.
Okay. Wow. Holy shit. What an amazing last day as well. I think that makes this the most successful day out of all of them. Will be mad at you. But
Sorry.
but you know, it's all for
Suck-
charity.
suck, Will.
So. Will's just gonna have to show up next year and do better. My God, thank you all so much for joining me today and for gracing this channel with your wonderful game. I enjoyed the heck out of listening to it. I hope you all enjoyed playing it. We're gonna do a last round of plugs for you all, and then we're gonna sign off, and we'll be back in about half an hour with our last game of the event, Dungeons and Doggies by our very own Renee. So you can come back and watch that if you don't have anything to do this evening, or even if you do, you can still turn it on. So Cloud, beginning with you.
I am Cloud, also at CloudStarGamer on Twitter. You guys can find me in Lorai's Discord as well if you want to chat. I don't have anything to plug, unfortunately, except go check out the great Kickstarter that Legundo is going to talk about shortly, because he is amazing.
Abso-freaking-lutely. You want to get yourself some of them dice vaults or health potions or both. or all of it. They're amazing. They're high quality. They're very affordable for like the handmade wonderful quality that they are. I really have to say. So I genuinely mean it when I say that you should probably go back then. I'm usually a pretty stingy person and very picky, so I mean it. He has a great product and he deserves all the success.
Thank you.
Tony, our graphics hero.
Yes. Yeah, I've been doing some graphics for this event, which has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun putting it all together. I am part of a podcast called Make It Playable, where we build some Dungeons and Dragons characters based off of fictional characters from movies and television, like Avengers and Disney princesses. And then we also do a live stream at Make It Playable on Twitch, or I think it's MI Playable, where I build Dungeons and Dragons characters just randomly rolled and have to make backstories for them and everything live on stream.
Dope.
You can find us on Twitter at MI Playable.
Yeah, Tony is one of our event heroes that just went absolutely above and beyond what any of us asked for in the beginning. Like, I said, hey, I need like some kind of idea for like break screens and stuff, and the next day there were just videos and animations in our drive. And I just, every time we had like asked for something, I woke up to Tony just having made those amazing things. Like the frames you currently see around our players were made by Peter from Burning Tavern. The fonts and the like little speech boxes were made by Tony. The overlays were all made by me, but everything you see in between, all the stretch goal graphics, all the break screens, all the like logo reveal video, all the like he found the charity videos for us, all the promotion stuff was all Tony. And just without questioning like whether he had to do that, he just went for it. And like we made this event, like one of the people that is very much responsible for making this event as big as it was, is being. So I just really want to shout that out and encourage all of you to go follow him and send him some love, because we really, really appreciate everything you've done for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy to do it, and I will be looking forward to this event next year.
Next year I'll hire people, hopefully. Blaze.
Yeah, I am Blaze. I play Kriggs in the Hired Swords podcast. It's a 5e podcast based in a homebrew world. I'm also kind of the de facto editor / producer of that, but you'll see us on Twitter and whatnot doing our thing and releasing episodes and having a great time.
Yeah. The Hired Swords was kind enough to be one of our donation doublers this week, which was incredibly generous of them, and definitely also a big factor that our donations got pushed this far and this quickly, and I just really want to thank you guys for that. You can find the Hired Swords podcast anywhere podcasts... Whoa! Okay. I guess the donation from Legundo is already here. Wow. You can find the Hired Swords podcast anywhere podcasts are available, like iTunes, Spotify, and all the places.
Any pod store you buy your podcast.
Yes. And on Twitter and everywhere, so go check them out. They make a very entertaining show, and we've had Roxy, Ash from them here, we've had Blaze now, and they're all just lovely people, so go check them out. Starbuck.
I'm just a Starbuck.
Lies.
I'm gonna plug everybody else because these people are great. First of all, if you have not already contributed to the Loottables Kickstarter, go do that.
Yes.
Love Loottables in this house, and if you do not have them in your house, I'm ashamed of you.
And you know, here coming out with that awesome sword now. So,
also highly recommend him just like as a cool dude. Support him in any way you possibly can. We're gonna go with Tony next, who is the graphics wizard. Like yesterday, I was like, "Hey Tony, are you excited for the heist? Do you want to make a video?" And he was like, "Yeah, let me see what I can like think of." And he was like, "I got busy. I'm sorry." And I was like, "I
Now you're throwing me
can't
under the
even
bus.
blame you," but he was just like, "Yeah, definitely." Just like such a nice dude. And everything he did was gorgeous.
Yeah.
You need like stuff, like graphic stuff. Give him your money, and he will make you
Yeah.
beautiful things. I don't know if that's a thing you want people to do, Tony.
Hey,
Are you open to that?
we all got to make money somehow, and
Right.
fortunately, I've got some design skills.
Okay,
So
Starbuck
shout
is
out
using her
honey.
time to plug other people, and I don't agree with that, so I'm gonna cut her off and plug Starbuck. Because Starbuck
Cool. This is my
has
time.
No,
Reclaiming my
you
time.
plug yourself.
I'm reclaiming
Do
my
it.
time.
Okay, go.
Your Honor, Your Honor.
I
Order.
love the Hired Swords podcast. I look forward to it every single week. Shout out to my girl Ash, who is my favorite sword. Just a real good podcast, produced beautifully. The audio quality is good right from the get-go. They constantly fuck with me as far as spoilers go. Do not appreciate that. But just like they don't have much out right now, so go listen and catch up. It's not a big deal. Cloud doesn't do anything except for play games, so I guess just like pay him to play your game. Like if you need just like a general sweet boy, like right there. And Lurai put together this entire event, so like and subscribe. Spend some bits if you got them. I
Okay.
think that's what I got.
Starbuck has contributed so many dice to this. Thank you for subscribing, Aqua. Starbuck has contributed to this event with so much of her time, her energy, and her dice, and her money by causing chaos. And we absolutely stand Starbuck. She's definitely one of the biggest factors that made this event such a success. She's been my right hand woman, and I really appreciate everything she's put in here. And she'll like shake her head and be like, it was fine, but truly, like, she posted a picture on Twitter today of the dice she's been making that she promised people this week, and it was so many dice.
I know I definitely promised more than I currently like had in existence. So if I owe you dice, I promise you will get dice.
They're in the mail.
Starbuck makes beautiful dice over at arcaneflora.com, but she's going to rehaul her store pretty soon, so clear it while you still can, and after that, definitely check back in there, because, you know, she's
Oh yeah, I'm
has so
gonna delete
much
that whole
talent.
thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be gone. She has so much talent, and definitely, like, just throw your money at her, you know. But another person you can also throw your money at with the current Kickstarter campaign open is Legundo.
I didn't mean to steal the spotlight. But yeah, hi
You
everyone.
made this for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Hi everyone. So I'm Legundo. I stream over on Twitch. I play games, chill vibes, try to hang out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. In addition to that, I'm also the founder, main craftsman, and only person working at Loottables. So we make I make hardwood dice vaults, and I make dice as well. They're not nearly as pretty as everybody else's, but also we have the Slim Vault Kickstarter, which is currently going on. We just passed the second stretch goal and are $200 away from the third, so everybody can get nice leather linings inside of your vaults as well. But trying to do it at an affordable price, sourced responsibly and reasonably, and trying to make sure that there's options if you want really high quality hardwood handmade creations, that you can pick whatever you want and get something that is so perfectly yours. So go check it out, loottables.com. There's 2 T's. I really wish I could have gotten lootables.com because that's way better of a name, but I'll stick with it. I'll fix it one day.
Yeah, when you get really big, you can just go over to Lootables and be like, hey, give me that domain.
Yeah, gimme. But yeah, working our way through the stretch goals. I'm super excited to where this is going to go over the next month. Big things, so we'll see.
Thank you all
Thank you
so
all
much
for the support.
for joining me today, and for raising so much money for charity, and for doing such an amazing game. such a wonderful heist. I think you guys, if we were handing out prizes at the end of the week, you guys would be most hyped group. Definitely, like all week I was getting message pings like, "Are you ready to heist?"
Yeah.
Oh, that was
From
my fault.
everyone.
really like
You don't want to know how often Starbucks said to me, like, "I'm so excited for this heist. I'm so excited for the heist one shot." And then she kept trying to like, "Oh, but should we give this player my spot?" And I said, "No, Starbucks, if you do that, you're fired. I will not let
Well,
you
We
give
were
up
doing
that
the
spot."
schedule and we both gifted ourselves one slot in a game.
Yeah.
And this was my gift to me.
Yeah.
So thank you for letting me have this. I do not deserve to sit here. This should have been someone else.
No.
But I loved
Yeah,
it.
no,
More than you
Sirocco was
you know.
amazing. Don't you dare.
Exactly.
Yep.
I guess one other thing I do want to mention is that this has motivated me. So I'm going to be turning this event into a full module that I'm going to release later this year. I'm going to turn this casino into an actual dungeon that you all will be able to run. So
We
be
stand.
Awesome.
So I
Yes.
I'm gonna be real
have
upset
more
if
work
Cage isn't
to
a
do.
random NPC you're gone.
Yeah, NPCs.
If you
Yeah.
all are cool with it, I would love to keep all of your characters in the casino somewhere for other people
That'd
to
be cool.
encounter.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Yep.
go through this casino again as someone else.
Okay,
I
but
want to live this
but
casino 100 times.
Can we have a roll for love mechanic?
There. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I
For anyone
Two.
keeping track, I did fall in love with the silver-haired woman with the purple streak.
okay. So, Miss DeVore. Good to know.
Oh, yeah.
But I rolled for a fall in love mechanic. 2
Oh.
natural 20s.
Yes!
I kid you
The
not,
dice
it's right
gods! The dice gods want it!
here. It's right here.
Yes!
Awesome.
I'm
RNG is
taking a
on our
picture of this.
side.
I'm taking a picture of this and I'm sending it to the
Well,
chat.
When you guys finished up the game, you were 10 minutes before your time, and now we're 10 minutes after your time because I've been
I figured we
rambling and
might-
I'm excited. So we're going to have to end this stream, but thank you all so much for joining me today, for your generosity, both viewers and players alike. And we'll see you guys in a little over 20 minutes for our last one, Dungeons and Doggies one shot. And love you all if we don't see
Bye.
you again. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are. Goodbye.
I'm sorry I betrayed your feelings, guys.
You're not.